Flip it back to you.
How much does that cost?
50 grand. But there is a cottage industry.
Goddamn. Sorry about that. I was listening to my car guy talk. You caught me out there. Goddamn. Appreciate you, man. Yesterday. Yesterday. So yesterday we were having, we was having some technical difficulties. And, it happens every now and then. And that's why I tell y'all, just, you be patient, but, you do what you can do. Because, the reality is that this market, there's only but so much I can do. You know what I'm saying? If the technology wants to be off, it'll be off. So I got to get my messaging clearer because it's hard for me to do a video and continue the next day. You know what I mean? Y'all know that already. I gotta be into it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be asked to connect. So whatever I spoke about yesterday, you caught what you caught. Then oh well. Goddamn. It's it's still an amazing thing. It's always it's a great pleasure to talk about the things. But just to kind of, I guess I was speaking in terms of what women should basically. Women need to really, really practice. I got to give a little bit of it because I did stop in the middle. Women need to they have to start embracing small risk. Small. And when I say small, I mean small risk. This doesn't mean your example of a risk. This is my example of a risk. You know what I'm saying? This is basically the mode of taking small risks and knowing that, there is it's kind of like sometimes people, it's like they were saying, like, if you take alcohol every single, shout out to Fatima, goddamn. So they're saying, like, if you, shout out to Fatima, my girl, man. You see, that's how you can make new people in your lives, and it's just great because I had another woman like Fatima, though, like, you know what I'm saying? She had to, I blocked her by accident. But they understand. They're like, yo, Nate, I'm not a troll. So they do understand. It's like the woman understand. Oh, let me fix this camera. They understand. People start to understand what you like. They start to know a side of you. So sometimes with me, I can be doing something and, we don't want no trolls here, right? We have the membership thing going on. We're trying to put some new things together. So I blocked this young lady by accident because she took a minute to respond, and she hit me on the email. And, it's important when you have people like Fatima, because Fatima was probably an example of what I dealt with yesterday. See, this is the deal with Fatima. Fatima is an attractive woman. Very. Like, for real, right? But she's been through so much of shit, she's suspicious of anybody trying to help her. And it's understandable, you know what I mean? She should be, because you can tell that, like her, like most women, they haven't been put in positions of men that really, really care. So the men around them don't even fathom that, because they may have cared about people, but the people they cared about shitted on him. That's just how it goes. So the guy cares about a woman, she shits on him, and now he wants to tell every woman, his sister, his homegirls, oh, he don't care, he just wants some ass, right? But the thing is, Because what people don't understand, you don't want to risk your life by having an opportunity and never ever seeing that shit again. Tell you. That is like, it is nothing worse than like, I don't believe. That's like a lotto ticket. You had the ticket, you had the number, and you didn't play it. You kept procrastinating, and then the number comes out. And you know what's going to keep happening in life? You're going to keep trying that number over and over. You'll never see that shit. So when it comes to individuals like women like Fatima and what's the other girl's name? I forgot her name. These are women that you don't tell a woman what you don't want. You don't tell a woman what you're not interested in. See, a guy that says that, he does. When a guy's like, I'm not interested in your pussy, he's lying, right? Mad girls be wanting me. I could care less. That shit don't move me, right? Don't listen to that. But what you want to listen to, you want to see the opportunity that this person can do for you. Now, a lot of y'all don't understand that you have a mentality of, you know, well, you're cute enough, so a guy's just going to help you on the strength of that. In some cases, that's true, right? Because he knows right off the rip, you ain't even saying a word if he can't produce and give you what he needs to get. But now you give it to him, and now the nigga was some ass. You understand? So there's different ways of having this that's going to work for and against you. Woman like Fatima, I use her as an example because her frustration, her expression, her frustration, her love for the black man, you know what I mean? Her mode of, you know, shout out to K-Shreen, shout out to K-Beauty. These are women that she been there, done that. So I learned this one thing, and I said like this: if a woman wants it, if she ain't coming to get it, I ain't going to get it either. That's all. Let me tell you why. You could eliminate a lot of problems. Like just don't listen. You got to have the mindset like this: if I'm going to bang out, I'm going to bang out because you banged out. And in most cases, she may not even do that. You know what I mean? So that's good. And so there's no mode of expecting. There's no mode of trying to get her drunk, trying to get her high, trying to take her to a restaurant and, you know, waiting for her to break up with her man. I think when you start just soulfully doing things because you feel good about it, I'll give you an example of what I mean by that, right? So I remember when a lot of my aunts were alive and, you know, I used to do this thing on Valentine's Day, and I used to buy a lot of people. Shout out to Lynn, shout out to Queen, shout out to Queen, goddamn, shout out to Lynn, goddamn. So, you know, a lot of it literally being out here and kind of putting the mode in. So men have a hard time because they try so hard. See where I'm going with this? Men have a hard time because they try so hard. So sometimes you got to take a small risk. And when you learn, I'm going to my previous video, obviously. When you start learning the language of people, you have to educate people to learn the language on people. I'm educating you. For example, when you see sisters that don't deal with each other, it's because they love each other. When you see brothers that don't fuck with each other, because they love each other. What happened is they loved each other so much that they just can't get past the past. Shout out to Miss Jefferson, gotcha. So they struggle with a lot of that. When you see the world in the place that it's in, listen, I'm around a lot of customers every day. For example, I was in a racist Trump neighborhood, heavy today, heavy. And what I noticed is when I'm in my truck and I'm coming out, it's game time. You got to be serious. You don't even show laughter until they pay you. There's no laughter. There's no, compliment in their house. There's no, can I use your bathroom unless you have an emergency. There's no talking about politics. Like, even though these things you're probably going to do every now and then, you can't do it. They have to see that you are serious about your business. So this same routine is the same routine I've done around women all my life, female friends. And female friends was my downfall because I had so many of them. And even though I probably fucked half of them, you know what I mean? In the past, now I might speak there, some became girlfriends, some we ruined friendships, but the other half, we were stronger. You know what I mean? Like, we went further. Like that whatever we did with this one stopped here, this one fell off the face of earth. And they not only did it with me, but they did it with other men. So what ends up happening is there's a dice roll that we kind of do here. And I think there's a dice roll that we play in the game. And nobody's really trying to do this other than a man. Like, man is trying to whip the pussy, right? And then the woman is trying to whip the dick. And it's not whipping the dick and it's not whipping the pussy. It's whip appeal. See, the appeal is a mind game. It's not a physical feeling. So the problem with men, they haven't carried over the things I was taught from generation baby boomers, which was, they was deep into the mind. Their game was mind. Fuck all the other thing. You look good, smell good, drive a nice car, have a pad to bring them to, but always is all about the mind. So this generation here, the new generation, they just came in here trying to teach you shit that didn't apply. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Green Vegan Goddamn. Right? Chaos Reign says, oh, you're going to make custom badges for the BB University School. Yes, I am. For the membership, absolutely. I'm working on that. Because now this hit me, but now what's happening is I don't want certain people to have the videos, so I'm taking exclusive videos off and throwing them right in the membership so that they can. It's not even about them stealing the content. It's just the whole mode of having it, the accessibility, like I'm getting to, right? So nobody's playing the game collectively anymore. You know what I mean? Me, personally, I listen to a lot of old music. You understand? Listening to old music is the same way as listening to a lot of OGs, aunts, uncles, ones that's here and ones that's no longer here, fathers, mothers. You know what I'm saying? So I do a lot of that. Now, that's not necessarily a secret. It's because it can't be a secret because you may not have had the same, schooling more or less. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't have the same privilege. But what I've learned is you got to learn the language. I could tell a man is getting it, and I could tell a man is fronting. Right? And now the woman, she doesn't know. No woman's like, damn, she's single. That means her pussy must be whack. No, that doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. You know what I mean? Some guys are single, and they may have whack dick. Now, that could be true. Because you know what it is with a man? When a man got a mean cock game, women are just in a pursuit for love. So it's just a natural essence, you know what I mean? Like, if a motherfucker got her brains fucked out and she kind of like a nigga, you know what I mean? She may stick around just off the strength of that. But a guy, he doesn't know if it's good or not because she never put the appeal on him. So how do you know, well, Nate, how do we take these small risks? Well, you got to start learning the language, not that love language garbage. I'm talking body language, mental language. You got to know to read between the lines of a depressed world. I'm in a racist neighborhood today, you know what I mean? Racist people are the most loving people on earth because they pushed them that hard to hate. When you have that, hate is the opposite of love. So how the fuck did you get there? Whether you jealous, whether you just, how did you just get to the point of hating a person for the way their race is, their religion, hate now. You got to think of the deep core of that. So anyway, I knocked on this door. Wrong door, mind you, right? Quickly. So the gentleman, he opens the door. I said, how you doing? He's like, now I could see he wasn't expecting me because I'm like, is this 173? He said, no, it's next door. I said, okay, my apologies. But everybody got rings. Everybody got this, that, and the third. See, the difference with me is my mentality is I was never the one to try to impress the white man. You know what I mean? The white man, if anything, he's trying to impress me. Right? So the white man, you may come at his house, he may try to turn off Fox News and turn it to CNN. Stupid shit, Oh, you're a big guy. Oh, wow, you have any cards? They want to bait me. So with most men, most black dudes especially, they want white acknowledgement. They want validation. So me, he that same person, I don't give a fuck what a white man say because he's hurt by that. I don't give a fuck about white people, this, that. He's hurt by that. So when you hear people that have the expression to tell you that something that they not about, and they really use that as a way to, coach you and, catch you and pull you in most cases, it's the opposite of what they're saying. So Green Vegan, for example, she said, Nate, would you suggest taking a risk with an old flame? No. That's not a little small risk. That's a risk. Now, again, we're talking about small risk. I wouldn't suggest to take a small risk with an old flame because to take a risk with an old flame is a risk. I would encourage it. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Actually, ain't nothing wrong. I mean, sometimes second time around is even better than the first time. But it's not a small risk. A small risk is like, okay, Nate, I'm going to date this guy. I may even fuck him. And I'm going to do what Nate said to do. And a lot of times, when you're doing a little freaky shit and all that, that's not how you whip a nigga. You got to turn a nigga out by the shit that he likes to be turned out with. You know what I mean? So that you may not know what that may be. He may be saying, he's not about a relationship, but all he's doing is spending time with you. You see where I'm coming from? So now that risk is don't listen to him, just enjoy the ride. Sometimes enjoying the ride. Why is this shit doing this? Sometimes taking a small risk is better than taking a large risk because with a small risk, there's really not that much effort. You know what I mean? When you have the mentality, how do women know what a whip appeal is and nobody's breaking it down to her? Everybody has a hook. There's something that people are intrigued by you with. Some of us men have the trifecta, very few. And the trifecta is, you have height, looks, charm, a sense of humor. You got all the main thing. You got the height, you got the look. Why is this shit tripping? Hold on. You have height, you have the looks, and you have the charisma and style. Meaning, your personality, you can make people feel good. So when you cover all those different angles and somebody schooled you and told you got that, you have it. To have whip appeal, that means somebody schooled you to tell you got it. There's a difference of having, a whip appeal. Like you may see a woman that's not the most attractive and she got this guy. And no matter what it is, this motherfucker is not even the most attractive, but she keeps a man. Beyond her being a hoe. We just talk about on the mode of a whip appeal. She can never shake a man because she has that hook. Now, a lot of us don't know what our hook is, you know what I mean? Some of our hooks could be the personality people are glued to you. Sometimes you may have the person where, your taste, your kiss, your touch, the way you make a man feel. What you have to be schooled on how when to know that. How do you know that you have a whip appeal and you never whipped any goddamn body, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, having a whip appeal for a woman is knowing when a nigga just basically, for one, stalked you. You know what I mean? That's when your pussy's just dangerous, okay? That's a whole different level when you got a stalker. You know what I mean? I wouldn't suggest that to be a big thing. That's actually a serious thing, but that's one way you can know when you had that. You know, knowing that you're in a position where niggas ain't just trying to get inside you, but like the Green Vegan just asked, would you take a risk on being old flame? The whip appeal of a man trying to get back with an ex-girlfriend, that's one way, you know what I mean? Because in most cases, you may have had a hook that he didn't tell you about, but he don't know what it is and you don't know what it is because you never was schooled from anybody else to tell you, yo, you got this whip appeal. You gotta use it. Sometimes I could tell if a woman has whip appeal if she got by her man. Like, you know, the nigga's a simpy ass dude that she, you know, he do anything he tell her to do. She's in charge, you know what I mean? Okay, fuck it. But at the end of the day, she's in charge. She could really take advantage of that. And the one thing that you always want in life, you ain't gonna get a real man, you want a fucking loser. Believe me, you want a nigga that you could boss the fuck around. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me on that. Because he's never gonna tell anybody that. Even when he does, he's telling on himself and he doesn't even realize it. Because what ends up happening, there's a woman in this world. And there's that one woman that a man could have, and that could be his downfall. Because around her, there's have been men in this world that has never, ever upgraded his mindset because of a one woman that he never got over. That's whip appeal. You understand? So going back to an ex that had that, and you guys can live happily ever after, that's great. But then if you're not, that shit could set you back now. You know what I mean? So there's so many different levels. This is a lot of things you gotta shoot a lot of questions with this because this shit is intricate. And just before this damn internet cuts me off again, you better speak. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What did happen, Spectrum is a shitty company, and whatever happened, we had an outage. Yo, you know they sent me an email this morning that the outage was over. I got a text. Matter of fact, they actually called on the damn phone. Listen to this shit. Hold on.
Hi.
Listen to this shit.
Hi, this is Spectrum. We are calling to inform you that the service interruption you reported has been cleared. If you are still experiencing a service interruption, please call us back and we will be glad to assist you. We apologize for the inconvenience and thank you for being our customer.
Oh,
Goodbye.
shut up. Okay, so y'all got to get your questions in quick because you know what's going to happen. I can't go back on live if this shit sucks. I don't know what, I'm looking at the internet now. All the bars are good, but something's going on. I'm seeing a whole bunch of drones in the air tonight. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Somebody just said on my Ring app there was a big boom somewhere at my other spot. So again, you got to have to think quick. Right, so Miss Jefferson said, yeah, she talked about whip appeal the song. Right, you got that whip appeal on me, baby, and whip it on me, yeah. You know, it feels good to be whipped. See, the thing is, when you whip somebody, it don't feel good to you as much as it does to them. So the woman sometimes will get bored of that. You may get annoyed with a nigga. Trust me when I tell you, you want a nigga that even when he bitches, he's gonna do whatever you tell him. That's your secret to get your groceries in the fucking refrigerator. That's your secret to getting the house. That's your secret to getting car. There's so much involved. Because when you put that shit on a nigga and you know it, you as a woman, you kind of step back from it because you may I want a real man. I want a man that's in charge. Be careful with that, okay? Hold on to that fucking loser. Okay, you know how I tell you, oh, when you have kids, oh, I ain't gonna have no man around my kids. No. Until you get to the scoop. No, until you get the scoop, and you got you a real motherfucker that's about to sweep off, and y'all niggas been doing it, and you about okay, and you move from motherfucking Atlanta back to New York. Okay, even then you don't want to let this fucking loser go because you are the only one that can stop him. Because the only thing that's gonna break y'all up is death. And that means you go. Because, you know what I mean? That means he goes because he can only go and leave you alone. But as long as you're living on this earth, you're the only one that can make him go. Because you're the one that's going to have to break up. He'll never break up with you. When a motherfucker is whipped, he never, ever lets a woman go. Ever. I don't give a fuck if he's married. I don't care how many kids he got with this woman. He could be in a full-fledged marriage. You will still have that power over him. So you know what I'm saying? Be mindful of that. So they said, I heard men be stalked because they're just crazy. It's just the sex. Nah. Ain't no crazy nigga. When you whip a guy, it brings out the crazy. Because you can't do that to no player. You ain't gonna have no player stalking a woman. A player stalking a woman is gonna probably be passing the house to see if her lights was on. I don't wanna call her old man is there. Shit like that. You know what I mean? That's as far as he goes. But stalking on a real level, when that motherfucker is whipped, his stalking is beyond stalking. You could make him leave his family. When that nigga has drama and you tell him you need to leave them the fuck alone, and if he got that whip appeal on him, he will leave them alone for good. Whatever you tell him to do, he's gonna fucking do it. So you demasculate him from the fact that you have the whip appeal on him. It's wonderful. But a lot of sisters are not intrigued by that because they want love. They want a man. They don't want no pussy. Because once you got the whip appeal on the nigga, he downgrades to a pussy. That's the only downfall. He does. Because you have the control over him. But you got to be relentless like these Latin women do to fucking white men in America. Not the black man, because he's a pile of shit. He could barely get with the damn Latin woman. But you got to do what the Latin woman does to the white man. What she says goes. Period. What she says goes to the Latin man in most cases, unless he whipping her. Somebody got to be doing the whipping in a relationship like that. You know what I mean? We ain't talking about happily ever after, once you're inseparable and you can't live without each other, that's different. We ain't talking about that. That's old school love. That's, that's the love that we all cherish and would love, right? You know what I mean? We ain't talking about that. We talking about the relationship where it's one fucking sided. You understand? You know this nigga's a fucking, you know what you really like. You know what you really want. You know the type of nigga that would dominate you, but you know you could dominate him. Just on the strength of the fact that he had you. You understand? So basically, she's saying, I heard men that stalk, right? Sometimes, listen, you can have a nigga whipped and never even, you don't even fuck him one every so often. You got to think about that. If you got a man and you got a whip appeal on him, the sex is going to be entirely different because it's all mental now. Whatever you do physically to the nigga is going to be mental because he's fucked up. It's like a drug, nigga takes some shit. That shit ain't did nothing to me. Rather than now he hooked. He can't live without it. He's strung out. A lot of y'all want that love with a nigga you want to be with. That doesn't go that way. You know what I mean? you can't have a whip appeal on a nigga that you want to be with. You know what I mean? Then it defeats the purpose. You have whip appeal on a motherfucker that you usually could care less about. You can't whip appeal on a nigga that you love and cherish. That's just love. You know what I mean? Whip appeals to the motherfucking sorry ass nigga that you just happen to be with, but y'all live together and he's your boyfriend. You do love him, but you fuck your little boss on the side or whatever, you do whatever. He's so stupid, he doesn't even pick up the clue. And even if he did, he ain't going nowhere. That's the difference. You understand? Right, she said, so the passion on his side, because he passions you. Once you got to remember, with a woman, I was always told when I was a youngster by my OGs, you can't do it to her body, you got to do it to her mind. and this was a play, I think, that was written out in some of the most illed out pimp movies. It's true. Problem with these niggas, the niggas from my generation knew that, but they didn't know that because they wasn't schooled. So now who's schooling a woman? Now I got 3-4 generations of women to teach and they still ain't get it. They think whipping a pussy on a nigga and whipping a peel is freaking a nigga off, turning him out, sticking his finger in his ass, sucking his butthole, licking, swallowing cum. No, that's that. You can't whip a nigga by that. That's just good pussy. You know what I'm saying? If you fucking with a nigga and he come over there and bang you out and keep it pushing and y'all freak off, you freak off. But if you do that to a man and this motherfucker left his wife and kids and he was a honorable pastor in his church and just left the whole church, that's whip appeal. Cause that's a whole different level. It don't got nothing to do. It's your presence. He can't function without you. So, a lot of men are not schooling a woman because they don't even know how to school y'all, because they don't even know what it is for them. We bypass that in this internet world. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think it is. No, it's legit. It's really the Sprint shit. But y'all let me know if y'all see this shit's lagging. YouTube is on that bullshit again. Again, is it lagging right now? All right. Or could it be StreamYard acting up? No, StreamYard is good. This is a mother shit. This is actually, I paid, this shit right here cost me more than StreamYard. And it's to the point now, I just love it because of the digital access is so sick. It's for 4K because I got a 4K camera here, but I'm ready just to let this shit go and just up my shit with StreamYard. That's what I'm about to do in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. Because I don't think StreamYard would have took, but then again, I can't say that because it's not even about the software, it's the internet. The internet shut down because I was trying to get back on everything yesterday and nothing was working. Yeah, so Liv says, Nate, what do you think about FWB? Be more, you could give me more, and then I don't want to read the wrong abbreviation for it. Can you still, Green Vegan said, can you still get what you want without wanting sex? Without sex, yes. Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You can, let me tell you something. I looked at this woman, let me give you an example. Let me just give you a light example. And there's this woman, right? So I go to the store. My man's not there, so I was like, yo, just give me a salad and, some garlic chicken with 4 different things I wanted on the salad because they got like a special. Shit is dope. $10.99, you get a drink and you get 4 toppings. So I'm like, so she said the guy's busy, but I'll take care of it. Now, my thing is like this. When you in the store, there's rules because, Department of Health has rules. This woman, let me tell you something about her. The minute I walked in the door, I said, she's a little cute little thing, right? So anyway, she washed her hands, started making my shit. She said, you want more cheese? I was like, nah, that's good. You know what I'm saying? You want more cucumbers? Yeah. Is that enough? No, she kept putting more. I like that. Give me some more tomatoes. Then I said, yeah, give me some fettuccine. So she's putting that on there. Then she goes to the chicken. I said, she starts scooping that chicken. She gonna be the truth. She started putting more. Now, you're supposed to put this shit on the scale. But she was like, is that enough? And I'm like, nah. She's like, she put more in there. And you know me, you know how I'm turned on from cashiers. You know how I like to see people. I like women behind a counter serving, waitresses. I'm into that shit. You know what I mean? Servers, all that, right? So, good thing the little Mexican nigga ain't make it, but the little Spanish chick made my shit, right? But this little motherfucker was so cute. Now, let me tell you what I meant by that. I remember looking at her, I said, God damn, this little this motherfucker is so sexy. All you could just do is thinking about kissing her body. You know what I mean? Now, mind you, that's just a fantasy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let's just imagine, just hypothetically. So anyway, she gets my food. The dude was trying to put the shit on the scale. I'm like, no, nigga, don't put it on the scale. This shit's a specialty. You said you could pick out any chicken grilled and 4 toppings. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, she's talking her Spanish shit and said whatever to him, and she just was like, give me the $10.99. So, you know what I mean? So she gave me my shit, whatever. I'm looking at her, I'm like, yo, this little motherfucker is so bad. And I was saying to myself, if you was talking to somebody like this today, every day, let's say I came in the store, she's like, hey, how you doing? So let me guess, you want your chicken and this, that, and the third. I'm like, oh, should she remember what I like? And then she may say, let's say, she's like, what is your name? You always come in here, you know? Wow. And let's just say we exchange numbers. And every day she's like, tell me about your day. We ain't fucking. She's already putting the game on my brain already. Just because, remember, my fantasy is so sacred to me with her. I don't want to take a risk and lose that. So once you connecting with a person and you got a mental connection, you can have a physical fantasy, but you could have a mental connection and whip a nigga. You know what I mean? There's niggas in this game that been around motherfuckers like that knew her for years and fuck around and help her with her rent. You know what I mean? Like, she needed something because she's so genuine and loving and caring, because maybe she's just putting out and cooking you dinner every day. She ain't even screwing you. There's so many ways. So when women don't understand, they don't take no risk because all or nothing. You can't have that attitude, because now you have all or nothing and you're subjected to get played now because you don't really know if a nigga. How you gonna have a good attitude to be a people person if it's all or nothing? You just gonna be a miserable fuck until a nigga is the one, and he may not be the one. He may be a piece of shit, but now you don't know that. But where I'm getting at is, to answer Green Vegan's question, you can still have a whip appeal on a person just on the strength of conversation. I'm telling you. That you could tell a person, yo, you are really dangerous. Like, I can't, talking to you every day or every time I see you, you know, you could start thinking of a person and y'all haven't even touched each other. You're bypassing that shit, man. That is a big, big deal. In my secret box, it's a big deal. Can feminine energy whip a man? Yes, exactly. So just what I said. So here's the feminine energy. She didn't even do this today, but just the fact that she was helping the dude and putting extra in my food plate, and just more or less, you know, paying attention. There was another dude in the store. He was kind of like rushy. I'm like, yo. She's like, no. You could go now. And I'm like, no. Let him go. Because I don't like dealing with niggas in stores that be having attitudes, because that's how we get murdered. And that's how we start stabbing niggas. And I got a big fucking jammy on me. You know what I mean? Let him get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I'm serious. Because he already came and said, well, how long I got to wait? That's one of them niggas that just going to cause a problem. You know what I mean? He see me and her talking and he just going to be a dick. So get him the fuck out of here. So she can see that I was on that type of time. And you keep it cordial. Boom. Have a good night. Yo, thank you. And then boom, you gone. But I'm just saying, I'm just giving more of a format. If she was doing that, that could be very, very intriguing. And it could do a lot. So let's say she got her feminine energy, can be her physical, just the way she wears her shit, just the way she talks, the way that she interacts, the way personality. Most women that have that are afraid to give that to a man because they don't want to give an impression that they want to fuck the nigga. You could just stop the nigga when he just tries to fuck you. That's all. Like, why worry about being yourself when you could just, it could be bigger with your person. You'd be surprised. You could have a team of niggas around you, beyond whipped, but just more on an attraction level. And you ain't fucking none of them. And these niggas is doing more than girls that got niggas that's fucking them. I'm telling you. Problem with y'all as sisters, especially black women, y'all can't give the pussy up as quick as a Spanish chick. You can't do that. People that can get a person, you know what I mean? Just having that 90210 zip code can really have a nigga feeling different about himself rather than living in Texas. So a lot of times there's certain feminine energy that women have, and men are just, they don't know how to talk to her. They don't know how to take a compliment. You know, a nigga tell you a compliment, y'all got to get on some Me Too shit. So sometimes we all got to take the small risk and just throw the shit out there. Fuck it, you know, like, you'd be surprised when you may throw that ping pong on the other side of that damn ball court and it may work. You know what I'm saying? Okay, good. It is good, right? Oh, friends with benefits. Thank you, Miss Jefferson. So friends with benefits. You know what the problem with friends with benefits? I'm for it. You know what I mean? I think friends with benefits is dope. That's one thing I think that has probably took a fall for the worse. But I feel women, especially sisters, they don't know how to embrace that friends with benefits. It's the same kind of the format I'm telling you to do when you're doing the mode of the whip appeal. Take advantage of your privilege. You know what I mean? If you got a man at your mercy, take advantage of that nigga. Use him. Like, I don't give a fuck how bad it sounds. Believe me when I tell you, no matter what you may feel, because, well, I wouldn't want to be used. Well, maybe you wouldn't want to be used because you're a woman, but you would want to be used if a motherfucker you were into a nigga and that nigga's having sex with you and he's doing some real wild things. You gonna want to be used. You understand? So it's the same shit where he's thinking where, hey, if he's being used, he's not taking it being used because he's whipped. It's not going to matter. He won't listen to his own fucking mother. He'll listen to you over her, because you have that appeal in him. So with friends with benefits, guys don't realize how old they are now. They don't understand if you're 25 and older, you're supposed to talk money with a woman. You're old. It's not like you were in school. You know, we went from high school to fucking adult. Like, there's no in between. So when you're in high school, you don't be no high school kid has no reason to be buying no pussy. That's why you don't see these little kids in DR buying ass. Because it's not necessary. Not necessarily for a nigga to be 18 years old to be going to DR every fucking week to buy pussy. He's a child. Like, he got way more choices in the bottom of his hands and around his damn circle. He's in school. When you out of school, nigga, you don't have that position where you in class, you got baddies in your class, baddies in the hallway, baddies in this grade, that grade. See what I'm saying? So once you get out of school, now the real world kicks in. If he don't go to college, so he has to take heed to that. So if men would put more money out there as an exchange, because that's what a true friend with benefit is. Friends with benefits ain't just, he's my homeboy and we're fucking. Okay, again, you're not kids. That's for Generation Z practically. And even, Generation Z, right? Even Generation Z has to start thinking more in a financial zone because they're getting older. So if you dealing with a man, this nigga just tricking off a bill or two or maybe three, then it's all worth it. You know, the friends with benefits, the days we used to think, well, that was one of my female fucking friends and all the above. Again, I mean, that shit gets played out. How long is that going to last? But if you got a girl and she cooks for you and she be looking out and y'all toss off and you be putting groceries on her shit, then why not? You know what I mean? This nigga's serving you meals. She gives you hot pussy on a platter whenever you want it. You ain't got to go out there and trick on no girl. So you get the friends with benefits, and that's the woman. You don't trick on your friend with benefits. That's your friend with benefits. You know, she's your friend with benefits, and her benefit is necessary to exchange where it has to be a zone of sex. Friends with benefits is sex and finances. That's exactly what it is. You know, when these girls are fucking these millionaires, it ain't going to be no damn, friends with benefits like we in high school or college. Saying you ain't doing that shit for no reason. But sisters have a feel like, I don't want to be like a prostitute. There ain't no prostitute, nigga. If you friends with benefits, it is what it is. That's what a benefit is. A benefit is a financial. If you go get benefit from food stamps, nigga, that's mean they're giving you money. That's a benefit. You ain't gotta use your own shit. So if a nigga is paying you whatever, that's a benefit. If you getting a motherfucking 10%, 30%, or 50% at a supermarket on your groceries because you fucking a nigga that's the damn, manager of the store. You know what I mean? Come on, that's what a friend with benefits is. It ain't no, if you just fucking a nigga and y'all fucking each other, but y'all not together, come on, y'all just fucking. That's not a friend with benefits. You know what I mean? Do men trust? Now, there's going to be men that's going to get mad here because I don't know why. See, this is the problem why we have two. This conversation, again, is only for women and elite male. So a lot of these little shithole guys come here, nigga. I don't know why y'all keep coming. I don't fuck with y'all. Y'all niggas could die for lucky. I don't fuck with y'all. Like, I don't. I'm not pro nothing with y'all. You gotta be elite. You gotta be a nigga that gets pussy. You got to be a man that could relate and have a conversation with me because you're that guy. Me and you have to, even if you're not that guy, you got to be here learning so much because you're like, yo, Nate, I'm learning so much from you. That's even passable, but you can't just pop up here and disagree because I wouldn't fuck with you in the street, nigga. If you got hit by a car, nigga, I'm walking the fuck by you. You know what I mean? You can't come here. That's no matter what I keep telling y'all. It's the more and more. Again, this is some game shit. But the more and more I tell these niggas don't come here, the more and more they come here. You know what I'm saying? So just wanted to throw that in there. Hold on. Ms. Jefferson said, "Do men trust feminine energy in black women? Some niggas want to challenge because they think it's an act, especially it's a girl from the inner city. No." That's the problem too. Black men do not trust feminine energy in black women. He trusts it in a non-black woman. Your feminine energy is going to be trusted with a non-black man. That's just how it's going to be. A white man, any non-black man, not a nigga. Generally. You know what I mean? He don't see your feminine energy because y'all come from the same whatever. Y'all black, she's black, You know what I mean? There's no challenge of you. He can't even embrace your feminine energy because he don't see it. He gonna see it in that white bitch. He gonna see it in every, you know what I mean? He gonna see it a lot different. You know? I don't care what this woman behind that counter would have been today, but it's that motive that's the feminine energy that a man loves, like the motive, a lady putting your shit together. It was a difference with her sticking that spoon into the food and looking in my face and saying, "Is that enough?" You know what I mean? I can't be talking to no man like that. Like, if he was some flaming nigga, he probably would have tried to present it like that. You know what I mean? Because he would have, you know, gay niggas a little extra because they want to be feminine. But the woman naturally feminine, just her, I was like, why was this salad made so differently? I said, because she made it. Normally the little Mexican nigga makes it, you know what I'm saying? And there ain't nothing there. I just be like, yeah, put that on. I turn my fucking head. But her, she's in there, she's looking up, is this okay? Is that good? Is that enough? And I'm just like, damn. So she making my shit, she shaking him up. The loser comes in the store, I'm like, yo, just take care of him. Get him the fuck out of here. So there's a difference, you know what I'm saying? There is a difference. And it's not because he hates you, that too, but it's not because black men hate you. It's just he can't embrace your feminine energy because he doesn't see that in himself as a masculine energy. Remember, when he sees a black woman and you into him, and, you know, it's like whatever. But when a non-black woman's into him, it's a big fucking deal. So you know, even when you show the love and affection and the loyalty for him as a black man, he doesn't see that in himself, but he sees it in himself if a non-black woman says it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Liv. That's all right. Nah, because I started thinking FW. I was going to say some other shit, but I don't want to get no ideas. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Liv. Liv said, I wanted to know about FWB while in a relationship, but the friend wants more. Well, friends with benefits, again, as long as it's transactional, it's got to be financially transactional. Black women, black women are so prideful. They rather be dating a nigga and fucking him and getting nothing out of the deal than to have a real friend with benefits and be getting something. You know, if you're fucking a man, you're supposed to be getting something out of the deal. If you work in an airline and I'm fucking you, I'm getting buddy passes. That's automatic. So, and it should be the same for you. Like, you know, if we didn't get as far as putting the whip appeal on each other, at least enjoy the amenities. I want to be able to see you when I'm at the airport. I'm seeing everybody buying tickets, and you look up at me and you wink your eye, and you doing your shit, and you putting people's baggage claim. And next thing you know, I go to the thing. I'm like, "What up, girl?" You're like, "What's up? You good? Here's your ticket." I'm like, "Damn, I was just fucking the shit out of her last night." And now she just sped me off with a buddy pass, right? So on the flip side, she got to be able to say, I don't know, you know, Nate moved my whole shit. He could have charged me $2,000. The nigga did this shit for $500 and just told him to take care of the workers. You know what I'm saying? So I just saved her like 2 racks. So these are the amenities, you know what I mean? Like, these are the things that we do because she knows she can do that. Like, listen, I'm a little short this month. Can I hold a little something? I'm like, what you need? You know what I'm saying? She like, I just need 5, but I'll give it back. And I'm like, listen, don't worry about the 500. Just take 3 and just, you know what I mean? Take that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just anything. Like, you want to stay within your financial realm. No, you want to be sitting here asking you for no 15, 20 grand because y'all fucking each other. But that's what friends with benefits are. You're not my girlfriend, but you know, whether I'm married or got a girlfriend, these are the certain things that we do because at the end of the day, it lasts longer because there's a respect. And it does. You know what I mean? Especially as you get older as a man, because men know this shit ain't easy to come by. Pussy, especially pussy, that shit ain't easy to get for a lot of niggas. So if it's hard for a nigga, and I'm married, so it's even harder for me to focus because I gotta be living like the average nigga without, I can't even say the average nigga because I gotta live like the average nigga without getting with anything. You know what I mean? I can't be fucking around. But I can't relate to the average man because he wants to fuck around. He can't get the nothing for the life of him. He's on YouTube looking for the answers, and you know what I mean? He'll never get them here. But needless to say, that's why it's important. You know, it's important to know if the man wants more again or she wants more, then, you know, that will be, at least y'all niggas was knowing how y'all get down with each other. You know, it's because you could have a friend with benefits the high school way, and next thing you know, y'all want more, and now you see the nigga's a cheap fuck. Depending to have a fucking goddamn friends with benefits. That's just, you know what I mean? That's only impressive to black men because they cheap. So if you happen to have real friends with benefits and you see this nigga's not on his cheap flow because he contributes, then that's good. Then at least if you do want more, you know what you're dealing with. So you said you wanted to know why the relationship, but the friend wants more. The friends are a bit wild in a relationship, but the girl's in a relationship and the friend wants more. Well, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Just keep the friends with benefits. Fuck it. See, women, that's another thing too. Women always, if that's the question you're asking, but I'm gonna answer it anyway. If a woman has a relationship and she got a friend with benefits, like, you know what I mean? Unless that motherfucker, listen, if you got any control over him where he ain't necessarily gonna pop up at your crib, that shit could lie. Nobody will ever know. Because when a man has a friend with benefits, there's a mode of respect because now you know he's putting something out there. And the man you're with may be benefiting from that too. So he ain't gonna be open with telling everybody he's doing that. That's like a man that buys prostitutes. He's not gonna just tell everybody. That's some shit he gonna keep personal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would love the supermarket play. I'm really big into that. There's something about, I don't know, it's something that does it to me. You know what I mean? And when I'm in a restaurant, I have to have a female waitress. Male waitresses gross me out. A male server grosses me out. I have to have a female waitress. They deal with me differently. They do. They know when your water gets low, your drink gets low. They know when you tell them to bring a napkin, they bring back 10. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, you tell him you need a napkin, he brings back one fucking napkin. You gotta ask him, can I get some utensils? The woman just be on point. It's, you know, the way a woman caters to that man is different. They just know how to cater. It's just more of a natural thing, you know. So when I'm in the supermarket, it's like some people are weird. I got a cousin that's in the little dolls. Like, she's a grown woman, but she's in the dolls and she talks to them. Like, I told you, you should be on that extreme show where the people that have like real extreme things that they're into. But my thing is, you know, I like seeing a woman rock a cash register just to, you know, say something about that money and that little thing. I don't know. Something about a woman is just, you know, she grabs your card and slips it through and helps you. And, you know, did it go through? Can you put your number in there? Do you have a, you know, there's just so much, man. There's a lot going on over there. A lot of people don't understand, man. The supermarkets are really serious. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Real Game. Salute the Real Game, man. Yeah, Real Game, I was telling him yesterday I was having a problem with the internet. And, you know, Spectrum just hit me at 8 o'clock this morning. So I guess I'm doing all right. I'm 55 minutes in, knock on wood, okay? So, all right. So the whip appeal. The whip appeal basically is, For women, it's hard to achieve it because upon schooling, they're supposed to teach you when you have a whip appeal on a man, it could be the same, the things that you demand from a man, the things that you want from a man, but you get it, you give it to him. So a lot of times women, for example, they always believe like, okay, well, I gotta have a man with a personality, a sense of humor. Most guys don't know what the fuck that means, right? So what that means is you having the personality and the humor can be the whip appeal on him. Cause he doesn't even know. That's because if you ask him, even if he says it, that's not a requirement with a man. Most men's requirements are physical and stupid shit that whatever he was hurt on, a woman must have. She has to have time for me. She can't be into her job more than me because he been fucked over and hurt. You want a man that doesn't even just like a real nice shorty, boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, he has such a good time with you. He's like, yo, I just got this concert. I don't even go to concerts, but you want to go? And you like, yeah, I love concerts. And you're like, really? And you go with her and you had an amazing time. But you don't even do concerts. But she was so fun. And you like, wow, she's about your day. What's going on with that guy at your job? Who? That guy, Ralph, that you were telling me about. You're like, she remembers this. You know what I mean? Woman now, what a woman says she wants, she can also deliver and bait a man in a lot of ways too. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, you can abuse him, you can use him, you can do whatever, but I'm letting you know that shit doesn't come often. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have whip appeal, it comes often because you're aware of it. You've been taught it. You're like, yo, I know my hook. A lot of y'all women don't know your hook. You still talking about, but my credit's good and I got a nice place and, I'm independent. I'm like, nobody gives a fuck about an independent woman, nigga. Like, that shit is like, independent woman means nothing to a man. What does that mean? It means something to him if he had a woman that wasn't independent, used him and didn't love him, didn't give a whoop appeal on him, and everybody that he dates keeps using him. Okay. Now he's going to want an independent woman. You know what I mean? Because all his women didn't have jobs. But it doesn't mean anything in the sense where he's dating somebody and he's like, I want an independent woman. That just sounds good. Like, if a guy says he want an independent woman, he want a woman with her own money. That's some broke shit. Like, you don't want to deal with a fucking buster like that. But if you can return, whether he requested it or not, your hook, for example, let's say your hook, because you've been schooled by a family member like, yo, I'll tell you something right now. You got a hook. A hook means you have the whip appeal. So basically, you have this mechanism that can pull a lot of people in. And it's going to be magnetic like a son of a bitch. Some cases, you probably ain't going to be able to let shit go because they're going to be stuck to you. You on the other side look at that and say, oh, I don't think I have that. But if you knew you had a whip appeal because you had an elder tell you or a family member tell you or somebody close to tell you and you worked on that whip appeal, you know what I mean? If somebody took a small risk with you with it, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. It's going to be something like nobody felt before. But some of y'all now are trying to do all these tricks of the trade because you're listening to Sarah J talk about how to suck a man's dick, and you got black women asking us. Sarah J's whip appeal is just because she's a funny looking, ugly, but sexy, nasty white whore. That's her whip appeal. That's how she got famous. Like, she has even the crooked teeth and a big nose, she looks like a sex pot. And that is attractive. In a weird, fucked up way. Like, even if a nigga looks at her and say he would never marry that shit, but he would love to fuck her. You understand what I'm saying? More than any ordinary white woman, because she just looks like a straight up sex pot. I don't give a fuck if she's a cashier. I don't care if she's a patron in the store. I don't care if she's at church. She has that. just off the physical, but that whip appeal is a prostitute and a whore. You don't want that, but your whip appeal could be something because that's her hook, that's her gift, that's why she's famous, and that's why she's famous with it. She has a horrible personality. Her personality fucking sucks, right? I knew a person, remember, okay, I'm using this as an example because men connect with this better. Jasmine Cashmere, she was supposed to have been a woman that Jay-Z was dealing with. She was a porn star, turned to be Christian, but she had a dope-ass personality because she had a homeboy personality, and that's very rare. A lot of women try to do that shit, but that was her shit. Before the fact that she was so sexual, which is the icing on the cake, her personality is like the coolest homegirl. You know, I'll give you an example. That's like, yo, it's 12:51 a.m. I want to take a ride down to South Carolina now. And I call her on this phone. I'm like, what you doing? Nigga, I'm sleeping. What's up? Yo, you want to take a ride to SC? Where? South Carolina? When? In another hour? Boy, you crazy. I'm dead serious. You serious? Yeah. All right, I'm down. What time you coming to my house? I'll be an hour. All right, say no more. Bye. See you in an hour. That's the type of personality she had. That's some homie lover shit. Like the homie, but without the homie. Like you could call one of your niggas like that, but that shit at the end of the day, you don't want to be in no car with that nigga for no 13 hours. But just to the fact that you could have her there and y'all niggas is just, and she bringing snacks going into the store, you getting gas, you know what I mean? That is that homie appeal. And some women have that and don't even know they got it. So when Babyface came out with this song, You Got That Whip Appeal on Me, so work it on me. Yeah, sexually it's a love song. We thinking about, you know, that, but nobody understands that it's a mind game. You understand? A pimp will tell you that. If a pimp is in the sex trade, a pimp got 40 girls working for them, nigga. What in the, y'all want to say, oh, well, he could fuck all those women? Nah, fuck all that. I want to know what in the fuck did he say to these women to get them out there like that? What does he say? I want to hear every nook and cranny. When you first met this woman, tell me how you rapped to her. Nobody rapping no more. Niggas don't know how to rap. Rapping right now, the niggas is spitting bars and you know, Drake and Kendrick. No, rapping, like, let me holler at you for a minute. That era is so gone because the time that it meant something, it was all in the music we listened to. It was in the music in the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. It was all manifested in our music, all in our culture, all in our art. So now we got the culture now against it, which fucks us. It's like hip hop, right? We was going through this hip hop shit. Oh, hip hop was created here. Hip hop was there. It's like, yo, nigga, hip hop, and Grandmaster Flash talked about this today. Hip hop is Bronx culture. That's it. It's like, you know, reggae thong is like, no, nigga, that shit is some Panama shit. You're not gonna just recommend. When you think of Jamaican, you thinking about, oh, you know, Afro beats and, you know, certain parts of, you know, dance. So I'm like, yeah, nigga, when you hear reggae, that's Jamaica. You know, even though it's the culture in Canada, and even though it's the culture and it's all around the United States, it's still some Jamaican shit. You understand? And I think that's the problem with people. So Grandmaster Flash killed that shit today with the hip hop conversation, right? So you got to think on the level of, if a nigga rapping to a woman, that's some pimp shit. Because only pimps, they the only niggas walking now that know how to talk to a woman. Y'all look at that nigga, how did that funny looking nigga with his pink Cadillac and pink old hat? Oh yeah? He was wearing that shit in his prime, looking like a clown, a pimp, dressed like a pimp, and pulling a woman. Now the pimp dresses with a damn Yankee fitted hat and a pair of Timberlands and some jeans. So any man that has the ability to stop a woman in her tracks, kick some shit up in her ear, engage into a conversation knowing this nigga's on the track because he got 30 women around the corner working for him, he could stop a random woman like that. That shit is an incredible gift. That's his hook. So there was an uncle that probably schooled him and told him, listen, little nigga, you listen to me, because he know the nigga looked up to him and he ain't looked at him. You listen to me, this is going to be your hook. And the apple don't fall too far from the tree. So your mother ain't going to tell you, well, you know, everything is, y'all listening to the elastic in your pussy and the way it feels. You can't whip a nigga from the way your pussy feels. That's a myth. Can't do that. In most cases, most pussies feel the same anyway. You know what I mean? It's the woman. It's who you fucking. That's the difference. You know what I mean? If you want to use an example, if you fucking one random woman and then you fucking a celebrity chick, it's gonna be different. Like, oh shit, I can't be. I'm fucking Nicki Minaj. I can't believe Nicki Minaj is in my. You know what I mean? That will play a mind game on you. But the pimp will tell you, nah, it's just pussy. Don't think like that. The pimp will tell you that. You can't look at it like that. It's just another piece of pussy. So now he's teaching you that you can't put the thing on a pedestal because you're going to lose focus. That's how he's trying to tell you to enhance your hook. You got to know the hook that you're bringing in. It's like fishing, right? And you know that there's, I don't know, halibut or salmon, I don't know. And you know that you got some bunker, right? And then this person may have this bunker from here, but you know you got the right shit, the right bait. You know you at the right side of that water, depending on the time of day, when the tide is low or high, whatever it may be. But if you the master fish, have y'all ever watched niggas fishing? You ever watched a nigga that's just out there, boom, pulling it in, and everybody's like, oh shit, and they ain't catching no fish? And they come back the next day, no fish, and it's just that one nigga that's always catching fish. He got a hook. And he knows his hook. And when you got that hook, and you know you got that hook, that's your secret weapon. You understand? Sometimes women don't understand. Listening to a nigga could be more of a simple weapon rather than talking his ass to talking to him to death, trying to tell him how independent you are. You know, independent makes other women, you want to flex on a woman, you could talk that independent shit with her. You want to flex on a bum ass nigga, talk that shit with him. That shit does not press men. It just doesn't. As a matter of fact, the only thing that does impress us is mostly physical shit. So when we see little elements of, why is this motherfucker so sexy and she ain't even got her titties and ass hanging? Why is she doing it for me? And sometimes it could be, that's why they got it here in the store. See where I'm coming from? Like, something about you. Now you look for that, you find it. She may even know or may not, but you found it. And now you in. Like, let me give you another example. I know atrocious looking bitch. I couldn't understand it. I said, what in the fuck does he see in this shit? And she got whip appeal. Clearly. And I can't even be mad at her because she's doing exactly what I said to do in this title. As ugly as this motherfucker is, as good looking of a dude this is, as good, better looking as his first love was, that still would want to be with him, he still would fuck this bitch that's way below everything he was against in a woman, she got it now. Everything he was against in a woman. Stepping out his race, she's fat, ugly, no two teeth in her mouth. For years, I couldn't understand. It was beating me up. I was actually dragging her, but then I realized, I said, yo, she got a whip appeal in this nigga. And she's using it, and she knows exactly what the fuck to do because her influence is so powerful. That's it. It's almost like watching your kid be addicted to a phone, or you're addicted, looking at how this phone wraps your mind in it. The phones, the apps, they know what to do to hook you. They know how to hook you through reels. They know how to hook you through the content. people in return their hooks so they know what to use in the content. Algorithm knows what you like, so they know how to hook you. It's a mind game. In the tech world, they use it. They're using it. They're using it every day. You know, DJ Chocolate says, I think back when music brings the culture of society together. The problem with society together right now, you got too many hating motherfuckers now. It's the problem. You got too many hate groups, man. They fucked the whole world up. That's why you got to keep your shit like, you got to get an exclusive world because everybody making clicks, so you got to make your exclusive click so you educate the click on how to deal with these clown niggas, you know? How the fuck we got music that started out in the Bronx, one of the most dangerous boroughs in New York City, and how it became a fucking worldwide phenomenon and niggas ain't getting no credit for that? Oh, Fat Joe ain't part of hip-hop. Yeah, but he's from the Bronx. And the hip-hop is some Bronx shit. That's all it is. They created it. If you created some shit, that's where it's at, right? Right? If you find out the origin of something and there's people alive and well that's still here to tell you that, I don't care if these people are historians and they're no longer here. If you know something started somewhere and that's where it originated, that's what it's going to be. You know? That's just it. Like downtown Manhattan will never be the same knowing we had the World Trade Center down there. It's never going to be the same. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all got ex-girlfriends and boyfriends, nigga, and they marked you for life. You know, it's like an actor that was typecast and he could never get out of it. Carlton could never do a job. Carlton could barely be on a fucking damn Lifetime movie because he's typecast. So it's the same way how that shit locks you in. Shit locks you in. So the problem is right now, too many people are getting, there's not even misinformation. You don't even know what the fuck they talking about. You know what I mean? That's why I always tell you, like, I can't waste my time with a loser because it's gonna get me angry if I talk to them. I just won't. YouTube, yeah, you gotta block a person, but in the real world, I just don't talk to you. I mean, and because at least when you see that person, they could be like, yo, what's up, nigga? Man, I've been busy, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, you know, after a while, they're not getting a conversation out of you. Nothing. That's more harsh. So back to the situation at hand, you got to know your hook. Your hook don't have to be, a nigga could think his hook is his muscles. He's in shape. He goes to the gym 5 days a week, but he ain't fucking nobody over that. But if a nigga got a Lamborghini truck and he paying $5,000 a month on that bitch and he like, nigga, I be fucking chicks in this shit every other day. That's his hook. That car. You know what I'm saying? If that car is doing that shit, it's doing what it do. You know what I mean? But if it ain't doing it, then it ain't doing it. It's like having a Lamborghini truck. You ain't getting no pussy. Like, if you a nigga and you going to the gym all the time and you out there going to clubs and you still out here and you just can't be banging out the way you're supposed to bang out, then you don't know your hook. You probably don't even know you have one. Some people's hook is their mouthpiece. Some people's hook is just their energy, they vibe, they personality. You know, some people's hooks could be their pussy. Some people's hooks could be their dick, but not everybody. That just is. This woman out here, you don't even have to fuck a nigga to have a hook. I promise you that. You can have this nigga all to the point where he is so fucked up that he feels guilty to not share his life with you. Some of y'all can't even get that from a nigga that you married to. You know what I'm saying? So if you go back into the day of the culture, all you got to do is listen to the music. Watch the TV shows. Watch how families were. And then you try to use those elements, not as you saying, I'm going to keep doing it. Just keep it in the back of your mind and start developing a mindset just to pay attention. You can't use that shit on a nigga that's not worthy of it, but you could use the mindset as a secret weapon just by, Nate's right, I've been paying attention to that. That's all, just sit back and watch. So you educate yourself and then you compare and you just, don't get into no debate with it. Don't even talk about it with nobody. You know, the proof is in the pudding. You just, all you got to do is just listen to it. You know? There was this song from Luther Vandross. It says, wait for love that I've been missing. Sometimes loves takes a long time. I mean, that song alone was nothing but jewels and game dropped in there. Wait for love. You know, one song. And then you have the era of music where you got Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and all of the music that they was producing, all of these artists from Prince to SOS Band to Janet Jackson, there were jewels in all of their songs. Now these niggas is subbing each other because they battling. So you can't listen to this stuff to school you. You have to listen to the legendary artists. You could listen to Charlie Wilson. You could listen to him now and then because he's part of that era, and he's lucky enough to have producers make music, and he's still speaking the same thing. That's how these people made it to where they're at. Well, how about Mary J? No, there's no gems in Mary J's music. None. Mary J has good music. It's good sound, but her words, there's no gems in there. Those are all music that's going to deter you from. Mary doesn't even know what a hook is. She's an artist. She's a R&B artist, but she's clearly not fucking damn having a whip appeal on nobody. No one. Mary J. Blige is still a struggling black woman looking for love in all the wrong places. She ain't no different than that shithole that goes to a fucking club and he's rich. Right. Just she has too much pain. The problem is that these women listen, Shaka Khan had just as much pain, but listen to her music. It's different. You got to remember the era. If the era was the 90s, it was a dice roll. Like you had people that still was kicking that shit in their music. Then you had the ones where it was like, all right. You know, remember they used to say, oh, Keith Sweat is begging. No, he was not. No, he was not. Not in that time. He's going to be called a beggar now because niggas is saying that's simpish. He wasn't begging. Them niggas is... You got to listen to the music. You got to listen to the music. Music is for the soul. So if y'all listening to YouTube things and for the soul, y'all not listening to music no more, then you're going to fuck yourself. It's the music. I'm telling you, that's what I do. You know what I mean? One song could be in my head all day. Wait for love that I've been missing. Sometimes love takes a long time. Wait for love, wait for love, wait for love, and you get your love. And Luther's been going for 20 years. Well, Nick, how about R. Kelly? R. Kelly was kicking Willie Bobo in his shit, but he was talking about slimy shit. His music was dope, production-wise, but he wasn't really kicking no shit in his music in regards to lyrics. But the people he looked up to, Charlie Wilson's and his proteges, the guys he looked up to, the Luthers and Ozzy Brothers, he looked up to them players. So he wasn't he was trying to beat him with a twist, but he was just R. Kelly was too much of a freak. He wasn't able to be a freak like the niggas of the Gap Band. It was different. So that loser, he's fucked because he doesn't even do the main ingredient. You can't, as a man, you can't be in your bag with it, with your swag, and you not connected to music. You can't. You ever see an OG pumping that 80s shit and that nigga be in his zone, his 70s? You can't. He's maxed out. That's because he's in his zone. He ain't never left it. He ain't gonna listen to the shit y'all listening to. You gonna be like, what's that? Oh, look at that. Look how niggas do. Oh, niggas is 50 years old. Yo, Jim Jones, you almost 50. Yo, see, those are all fucking losers. Listen, I talk that shit. I used to fuck with niggas just to get them mad with the rapping thing because some of these guys don't understand. It's not the fact that you're old and rapping. It's the fact that you're trying to be what you was at 20. But if Marvin Gaye if Smokey Robinson maintains his look and he sings an old song, he's still Smokey Robinson. But if Smokey Robinson is trying to look like 17-year-old Smokey Robinson, then shit's gonna look a little weird, you know what I mean? With hip hop, you know what I mean? How could you be too old? We're all too old. So what are people doing? Like, you wasn't too old to listen to hip hop at 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. You was too old then. You know what I mean? You're too old. If that's the case, you're too old. But you're never too old to listen to music that's good for your soul. If you listen to music and you want to kill a nigga, then that's not the music you should be listening to. But if you listen to music and it's doing something for your soul, whether it's relaxing it, whether it's inspiring, make you feel loving, maybe you heard some words that inspired you, there's no cap for no music. And that's why niggas drag old rappers and they got to change that shit. That shit is corny. That shit's played out. Like, people that believe that with other people with age, they believe that with themselves. Again, LL Cool J and Busta Rhymes, they just haven't changed their image. That's the problem. But you know what I mean? If they change their image, LL still think this is I Can Love You Better, LL Cool J. You know, it's a difference with a nigga licking his lips in his 60s with his shirt off on the fucking damn stage. It's different. You know what I'm saying? But he could come on the stage and just be healthy looking and fuck a show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned that from reggae artists, because with dancehall artists, these niggas be older and they be in great shape and they just be looking healthy. And then you got the guy where, like, you see Vybz Kartel, you're like, yo, he's sick and he's in his 40s. So if you looking decrepit, then I guess you're too old to do a performance that you was probably doing 30, 40 years ago when you was all over the stage. Yeah, I get that. But if you can still connect and make music, you're never too old to make music. That's something. If you ever want to fucking make a black man feel like shit, just tell him he's too old. All you got to do is just show his age. And he's done. How old are you, nigga? Nigga, you old fuck. All you got to do is that. It will bother him. I'm telling you. It will. J.D. Tucker says, true old man from that Gen Z, they don't even know what they don't know. That's why, look in the comments sometimes when you see this camera shit going on. It's not that these niggas are they too old to be beefing like that? No, they're not. Has nothing to do with being, that's what adults do. Niggas is hurt. These are niggas that love each other and they just haven't been trained by a real man to get over shit. That's all. They was raised by their mothers. That has nothing to do with their age. It's the unfortunate side that is the side that they're seeing that's love. These niggas love each other. If one of them niggas died, they're gonna fucking feel it. I'm telling you. I don't care what they do. That's like a person, you ever hear a person say, oh, I wouldn't give a fuck about my brother. I don't care if he was laying dead in the coffin. Yeah, really? And then when they being led in the coffin, they see the nigga get murdered, and they came on they came to the morgue house and seen him with the shot in his head, then he got a mental illness for life, because now he'll never forgive himself. Nobody's that ruthless, man. Because if he that ruthless, why don't he kill him himself? People kill me. They can't stand things, and then they want to drag somebody to the point of non-return. When you have the world thinking you too old to do something, those are dream killers, man. Stay away from that. Old. That's why nobody likes talking their age to loser motherfuckers, because they believe that. They believe that about themselves. So a lot of times you got to be careful. People a lot of times want to drag you on shit that they struggle with. That's how they do the black sisters. Oh, nobody's old, she's old and washed up. How the fuck a woman gonna be washed up and she got a pussy and dicks to will shrink? If you don't fuck, your dick goes and shrinks up like a raisin. A woman can't be washed up. I don't give a fuck if she's a crackhead. Lube, that's it. That's the one answer. All she needs is lube, and she got a pussy's in fucking business. Him, what's he gonna do when his dick can't get up? Make an excuse he got to go to work? I mean, come on. That's what happens with a man with age. Especially if he's not taking care of himself. It's imperative. You don't take care of yourself, you can have high blood pressure, diabetes, all type of shit. Your pussy still can work. His dick won't. It will not. Chris said, hey, Nate, did you see Raekwon's wedding pics? Curious how you feel your thoughts. I'm going to be honest with you with Raekwon, and I am I've been born and raised around Wu-Tang. I don't know. It did nothing for me. Nothing. I don't even know why. I don't know what. Something about it where it was more of a thing of, number one, I feel a lot of times when these celebrities get married, especially in a certain age group, they're just making more people sad. Just like I'm talking about with the age thing. In other words, like, you love your wife, you love your spouse, and you want to get married. What would make you want the whole world to see that in this climate? Number one. Number two, as a rapper, gangster rapper, street rapper, all the above, and now niggas are seeing your wife. We all know at the end of the day, if you wasn't rich and famous, you wouldn't be with a woman that looked like that. There's so many different variables, and I think it's getting redundant. I feel like when these celebrities get married, why does it have to be a social media thing? You know what I'm saying? So I feel that, is Raekwon's wife, are they gonna inspire people to love each other and get together? I just don't know what the message is. The only thing that should matter is the fact that they got married. I feel as if like we've been down this road too many different sectors. We've been through this with Tretch and Pepper. We've been through this with Jay and Beyonce. We've been with this through entertainers after entertainer after entertainer, and I just don't know what the message is anymore. You know what I mean? And again, they could say whatever about me. I just don't. I don't see the message. We just found out that a red man was married and was in a 7-year divorce, and I made my comment on that the other day, but I didn't know the nigga was even married. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Nas and Khalees, it's just, when Usher was married to the first woman that had whip appeal, because Usher's first wife had whip appeal on his fucking ass, Tamika. She had whip appeal on him. She was no joke. Black man could drive her all they want, but to answer my question, man, your question about that, I don't know. I don't know what I felt about it. When I seen it, I just was like, I don't know. I think I'm starting to get to the point now where these things that pop up, they're not enhancing the heart to do better. It's almost like today, like Method Man just got, this is a big thing because he just beat up this dude the other day in a gym Monday. The gym is right around the corner from here, literally 5 minutes away from where I'm standing. Anyway, it's all on the internet today. He beat up this guy because I guess it was somebody to do with his daughter. And here's another example. Meth was very close to his daughter. He probably wasn't the most loving person, clearly, but now nigga violated his daughter and he had to beat the nigga up and knot him up and fuck him up. It's on the news. But Meth been married with his wife. Meth been with his wife for like 30, 40 years. I thought that's impressionable because they just been together forever. The Raekwon thing, like I said, I didn't know it was Raekwon's type of style to do it the way he did. I feel that rappers have to keep their shit a little more discreet. You know what I mean? I just think it's unnecessary. I think when we see Nas with Khalees, it kind of softened him up a little bit when he got married. I think a lot of times these rappers do certain shit to like, you got to show you're a grown man, and that's not true. Sometimes being a grown man could just be in private. Sometimes you could have a fucking ceremony that's private that nobody got a picture of. But again, if one person got a camera phone and they put that shit in the internet, then I don't know. So I think these are the things right now, the same problem we have in our communities and Facebook and Instagram. We got friends and then they feel that they got to post this. And then I'm like, I don't think no married couple, especially in the black community, is going to tell me that they do not post a picture as a flex. They do. They're trying to hook you. They're trying to whip your mind. They're trying to put the whip appeal on you, to bait you, to let you see this perfection of this photo. Look what I'm doing. So if we see our random people doing that, if they see the celebrities doing that, the regular people going to do that. And before you know it, they're going to be cooning. So I'm not going to act like it's like, oh, no, that's my man, I'm so happy for him. Nah, I'm not. There's no connection at all. Nothing. I don't feel nothing about it. I feel more of a way of Method Man beating the fuck out of a nigga violating his daughter, you know. I'm with that. I feel that niggas that violate niggas' daughters should be dead. That's just my thing, you know what I mean? I never violated a nigga's daughter where I felt that a father should have killed me, but I think if fathers start coming out there with these type of situations, niggas just treat the woman a lot differently. Even the old niggas that just know that they got that trigger finger, like, fuck it, nigga, I blew your fucking leg off. You know, you disrespected my daughter. Even when I'm dead and gone, you got one leg. You know, I feel there should be repercussions for violating people. I think that was more impressive on the news than hearing Raekwon get married. Just another celebrity. And we're just going to keep seeing pictures pop up, and now what's going to happen? It's like Instagram, and now women like, oh, and they want that, and nobody's working on their curb appeal. Nobody working on their whip appeal. You know what I'm saying? The dream killer shit. Yeah, that's dream killers. Just everybody. These guys are too old. Jim Jones is too old to be rapping. Nah, nigga, it's not. What happens if the nigga Jim Jones cleans his beard up, nigga, cuts his hair, and then he looks good in his clothes? And now niggas is gonna be on some fucking male crush shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, how old? What does too old mean for what? Can't niggas probably just be going through personal changes? Like, I think people just missing the real important picture. Fuck the bigger picture. They missing the important picture of Cameron and Jim Jones will never do concerts, my nigga. That shit is a problem. They're supposed to be on world tours right now. Around the world. You know what I mean? With Mace, like all of them. These guys are supposed. Jim Jones should be on the stage with Cameron and Mace on It Is What It Is. They shouldn't have 50 there. Should be fucking Jim Jones. And if 50 is gonna be there, 50 should be on a show with niggas he don't deal with no more. That's a problem. You know, I had a situation happen to me recently, and I know that haters watching, but there's some people out here that's so evil, right? And then I'm aware of it. I hope you are. But they will really try to take away what you got just for them to feel, just for them, so you can feel the way they do. So in other words, they don't got shit in their lives, a real friend or a brother. They want to see you and your brother go against each other. You understand? So let's break down the thing case in point. Like, let's just say I see my sister's man with another bitch. Would I go tell my sister that? No, I would not. You know what I mean? Like, what is the goal with that? So they could break up? Because if that's the only goal that's going to happen, if I tell them, so why the fuck would I do that? You know what I'm saying? Why would I do that? So you got to start thinking on the level of who's benefiting with all these individuals on social media bitching. We are, because we're the viewers and it's entertaining to us, but they're not benefiting from that. Cameron and Mace now got their little talk show sports little podcast, but 3 years ago, Cameron was struggling like a motherfucker, broke, trying to make music. Shit was all garbage. Like, the only time these niggas mean anything is when they all get on stage and unify. So that has nothing to do with age. It's just unfortunate that as time gets older, people just getting more into their shit and they fall in worse and worse and worse. It's like a woman, right? There's some things I connect with age and drag a nigga, but what men are not telling you is the mind starts to deteriorate as he gets older if he doesn't take care of it. So you got to learn how to read the language. When you heard Redman talk all about he done cut people out of his lives, he got all the toxic things and he fastens and does all this and talks to God and do all this. That means he's depressed, man. That's all that is. That's depression. I don't give a fuck what he's telling you on the camera. What is he doing right now? He's probably fucked up right now, depressed because he's not on a social media doing a live stream. See, I'm about that part. What does Steve Chopper say? Steve Topper said, Cameron, Jim Jones, and Joel Santana won't reunite. The diplomats aren't popping with the... No, that's not true, brother. That's not true. You're wrong. You living in the past, my brother. This is not 2001 about no mixtape. You're missing the point. Listen to me, Steven. They not popping no more because there's no brotherhood. You're not popping when you beefing with your family. You're not popping when there's division within your life. That's the old man shit you're talking. That's corny what you're talking about. That's whack what you just said. Okay, listen. He just said the same comment, but he just twisted it around. Cameron, Jim Jones, or Suel Santana won't ever reunite. The diplomats aren't popping with the mixtapes anymore. My man, number one, who even does mixtapes anymore? And the mixtapes we do is on fucking digital platforms, number one. Number two, how can they do any damn mixtapes and they're not unifying? That's why they're not popping anymore, nigga, because they're not like, the Locks are popping because they have a brotherhood. If you're talking about, well, their sound is old school and, nobody want to hear none of that New York shit. If a nigga from out of town tell me nobody want to hear that, if a nigga from New York City nobody want to hear that New York shit, I'm not listening to this clown. Because I know at the end of the day, the Locks have always united. That's why they're powerful. They're still going strong because they're still friends. That's the problem. That's what you're not understanding. It's not about the age. It's about your unity. If you're getting older like Redman, you cutting all these people out in your life, something is wrong, okay? Why now? What, you know what I mean? Do you think that's going to make your life any better because he's saying that? Oh, because it's not making it any better. That's why he's on the internet fucking talking about it, okay? And another 2-3 months when that record doesn't go anywhere, he's going to realize that maybe some of the friends that you got in your life, you need them. Listen. I got a brother, man. I ain't gonna say his name because I ain't gonna give the burn no more. I love this nigga, yo. This motherfucker is like the ultimate friend. You know why? Because he's the only friend that I got that knows how to make peace. He's the only one. The only friend that I have. And they try to fuck that up. He's the only friend that is peaceful. We talk and we grow. Matter of fact, we got closer because we had a little situation recently. You know what I mean? That's hard to come by. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's his hook, but this is a friend because he brings cheer in my life. So sometimes that's enough. Like, if you got a friend that brings, I don't give a fuck if he's a bum. If the nigga brings any mode of laughter and knows drama, I mean, that's pretty goddamn good to have a friend like that. I think with us is like, yo, fuck that, we too old to be doing dumb shit. No, just don't do dumb shit. It's got nothing to do with your age. It's like if it's about your age, you've been old. Don't think because you feel you look good for your age is that you're never old. You understand? Yeah, the brotherhood is missing the brotherhood. These niggas is on social media beefing. That's a problem. That's a problem if you're on social media doing subliminals about a family or friend. That's a problem, but it's worse with them because these niggas have fans around the world that would go. It's not like you're going to go to a concert. Nobody's going to show up. If there was a Dipset, they tried this over and over again. These niggas just can't get past the past. That ain't no damn 50-year-old male shit. That shit been like that with these niggas for years. It's just a nigger thing. Niggas is like that. And you as a white boy, you got to understand that, that's the problem. And, the only white people that could understand that with us is white trash, right? So we have white trash and niggas. Niggas beef. You know what I'm saying? If anybody's seen a unity of, I remember when Jay-Z and R. Kelly did a concert. That tour was crazy, but, at that time it was a big deal. Something like that you probably will never see ever again, but look at the circumstances. But then it was showing you how R&B singers could get together. When Kanye West and Jay-Z did an album together, that was unity. Now these niggas don't deal with each other because Kanye got a mental illness. Jay-Z's on a high horse. That is unfortunate. That's the unfortunate shit that niggas got to stop using with age. Like that we would like to see that. We would like to see. I feel that there's no performance that means nothing now to us because the great thing about the Versus performances, it was showing us how people look reuniting and battling without pulling out guns until Young Jeezy and fucking Gucci done fucked all that up. You know what I mean? That's the problem. It's nigga shit. So when somebody's telling you, oh, they're too old, he needs to stop rapping and stop getting another career. What, is he going to do, an actor? Then when you going to call him a shitty actor? And then when he's he's a pastor, you're going to call him a fake pastor? Like, can't people just do what they do? If it's working, it's working. If it's not working, it's not working. That's all. It don't have nothing to do. If you're a shitty rapper, I know niggas as kids as shitty rappers. If you can't rap, you can't rap. But if you still engaging and still have a following, then there's nothing wrong with that. DJ Chaka said, I got respect for people who are able to make peace. Salute to that. I'm telling you, that's the only friend I got like that. My other friend, all these niggas do is talk about, it's so bad this year, I promised myself I'm not going to make a New Year's resolution about a New Year's resolution. Like, just keep your resolutions to yourself. That's it. Don't share them. That's all. Shake. And then you'll see the change, and it works faster. It does, because you're going to be like, oh, shit, I've been on my job with that. Just keep it to yourself, because then at that point, you only disappointing you. If you fuck around and disappoint you, then that's on you. But if you got family members and people are dying and niggas ain't getting closer and we're getting older, that's unfortunate. Because the fact that people are getting older get worse, knowing that life gets tougher as you get older, that's sad. So we can't say, y'all too old to be acting like this. Y'all grown. It got nothing to do with that. Grown folks are a pile of shit anyway, because grown folks are going to do what the fuck they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. That don't make it right. That don't make it right. So that's why with that hip-hop shit, as much as I love it, because that's just who I am, but it's hard for me to go through debates with that because people are just too fucking stupid. I just can't stand a stupid fuck. I can't deal with that. And it's bad because all you got to do is look at comments. It's like the average motherfucker, man, just doesn't have a brain. So they talk about the same thing, the same hatred. Like I told you, when I see these racist people in these areas in Staten Island, I'm like, well, they're good customers for me. But I'm like, well, I'm not in there trying to fucking prove to them who I am, but they want to link with me. And I guess that shows as well, you know what I'm saying? But I know one of my hooks is my personality. I know that. If there's one thing that I know is my personality, because I know a person going to be thrown off when they meet me and then I open my mouth. They're going to be like, oh shit, I know that. I know that. You know what I mean? But I was educated to, been taught that. I knew that I had that ability from my dad. So it's the same ability when I'm telling you, as a male or female, you got to know your whip appeal. How do you think you just going to come up with a whip appeal and ain't fucking working? Ain't nothing working, but you think that you got this special thing. You tossing, turning, eating pussy and ass. She sucking dick and letting niggas nut in the mouth and nobody sticking around. Apparently that's not your hook. You know, maybe your shit was just regular. And that ain't enough to whip nobody on, but if you had a whip appeal, you ain't even have to do all that. You know, maybe your whip appeal could be some shit that you never thought because nobody told you and taught you that you had this incredible ability. You know, y'all got to go to Ancestry and look for, you know, your family line, but you need that family line to tell you when they're alive and well before they leave, because ain't no Ancestry going to give you that. They got to be able to tell you what's in your bloodline. Like, I know on my father's side, I know what's in our bloodline, bad and good. And I know the bad and good on my mother's side, but mostly my father's side, I know the good and the bad. I know the good and the bad. I know the good and the bad with the men. I know how passionate. I know how petty they are. I know niggas are the bigger the man, the more sensitive he is. You know, I've learned that. I've mastered it. So when you learn these things, you can flip it to make it unique to know, like, you were the first one. It's like being the first. Nobody went to college, but you did, and you were the first one of the generation. So you can break a curse. You know what I'm saying? You could break a curse. So if you break a curse, that's going to put you in a position like nobody else. You could break a curse for an individual and really have power over that, because you can say, wow, so if my family had struggles with alcoholism, I'm going to make sure I don't become a motherfucking drunk. You know what I'm saying? That could be one. Don't mean that's your hook, but it could be one. But it could be something unique about you. Let's just say, you know, as you watch a child grow, they knew that you had an ability to be this. They can see. Parent could tell. People in your school can tell. When you graduated, everybody says, I hope you be a great scientist. And I don't know nobody that's a fucking scientist, do you? I mean, that was a popular damn thing when I was in school, but I don't know I don't know a fucking scientist. I done went to school with hundreds of motherfuckers. So I say all this all to say that what happens when we know those people when we were in school, like, wow, I knew this guy's going to be a scientist. This one's going to be an astronaut. This one's going to be an airplane pilot. And nobody accomplished none of that. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you can learn your abilities through others. If the whip appeal is the mode that you have something on men, or that you know makes you bow down, well, if a man is bowing down to you, then why would you get rid of him? You in control. Like you want another man that's in control of you because it's getting boring, or you better hold on to that nigga, because they ain't gonna get no better than that. If that's what you have, that's what you meant to be with. You know what I mean? For the lack of words, if you have a whip appeal to the point where the nigga just fell in love with you because you're the best thing that happened in his life, I mean, it's not a bad thing. You know, y'all not even doing that. You know, you ask a person to give their breakdown. Go to these little dating apps and they tell you everything about themselves. There ain't no fucking whip appeal up there. How's a whip appeal when you're on a dating app? And you got all these different characteristics. You like to ride boats and ride trains and not trains, but you like to ride, horses and hiking and barbecue and eating nice places. I'm like, okay, that's pretty fucking boring. Because all I got to do is deliver any of the little things that you said that you like, and half of them you probably never even do or did, rather than you engage into a conversation that says, man, I fucking like this person. This is the dopest thing that ever. You are the greatest person I've ever encountered in my life. And this person may say, thank you. Because all they wanted to do was be that person, because they know they had a heart. And this person acknowledged it and says, you know what? You have a beautiful heart. And she said, you know, my dad always told me I did. And I'm like, yes, he was right. You understand? Know your hook, man. Know your hook. And that's the whip appeal. So again, on an extreme level, if you got a man and the nigga's hungry for you and weak and you're in control, I mean, hold on to that. Hold on to that. Because it ain't, listen, if you're looking any further, it's a waste of time. Like, be a little easy if you want to. You don't want to abuse the nigga, but he ain't going nowhere. So why abuse him? You ain't got to abuse him. He's whipped. That's another thing too. So I got to change the narrative on that conversation. I think I did a video, and I don't even want to talk about it, but I did do a video with LL and these guys looking goofy. And they're not good representations. I don't, LL, Cool J, and Busta, I feel that the evolution hasn't evolved where they want the young people to acknowledge them, and I get it. But I also believe sometimes when you try too hard, you make yourself look worse. It's like seeing these little girls come out of high school and they're wearing eyeshadow and big old eyelashes. I'm just like, yo, that's not healthy. You look like a grown, makeup for a grown, mature woman. It shouldn't be on a kid's face. If you see a kid on Halloween and they're in high school and they're all wearing garter boats, dressed like little cats and sex pots and all makeup, and that doesn't look good, because now the kids look like little sluts because you're dressing them up like they're grown. That wasn't a mature woman. She can get away with that. She's, she's mature enough. You shouldn't be wearing makeup and you're immature. I don't like what Jay-Z and them is doing to Beyonce's daughter at all. You know what I mean? She shouldn't even be looking like that. Let her be a kid. She just was 10 years old, nigga. Like, why the fuck does this woman got on this makeup? Because they glamoring her up to look like Beyonce. You know what I mean? Let her be a kid, nigga. Like, that's why Jay-Z in the position that he is in, because when he fucked that 13-year-old years ago, which I believe he did, she probably looked just as adult, and niggas don't know. So now niggas is grown-ass men, and now they see this girl, the next thing you know, these niggas are running a train on her, and then she says, well, I got something to tell y'all. I'm not 19, I'm fucking 12. The thing that made me just see the whole situation where I remember when you got out of high school and you looked at a girl like, she gonna be bad when she get older. Now niggas is to the point where they'll fuck one of them. Because the woman now are dressed in the same makeup as a grown woman. How is it that you in your 30s and 40s and girls in high school is wearing the same makeup, going to the same makeup store? That's crazy. That shit should be illegal with kids. They shouldn't wear no makeup because, you got predators out here, man. That shit is not even healthy. Jay-Z and going through this whole shit, the worst thing that they publicists did was bring Blue out into it. They should just hide her. They bring her out, got her on all this makeup and shit. Oh, she's got so grown. No, nigga, that's not cool. She's not grown. She's a child. Okay, because if Jay-Z's girl she still would have went to jail for, still got in trouble for rape, but she was 13, nigga. That's what he's making them look bad. The fact that you got accused of being with a 13-year-old, and mind you, 2000 ago, a woman that was 13, if she put on the right makeup, and it's all about the makeup and the titties and butt. She put on the shit. A 13-year-old could look like a fucking grown woman instantly with no problem. Blue Ivy's now 13 and being, yes, she's 13, man. It's just this sick. I don't like seeing kids in makeup. I think it's gross. Not even on Halloween. Unless you got a fucking makeup of a clown or something like that. But when you start coming in, you look, listen, my man had a Halloween party. I'm not going to none of this shit no more, by the way. I don't like his parties because it's just starting to get just like to the point where his daughter's too old and their friends are too old. Hold on. Yo, what's up?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Yo, what's up?
Okay, are you able to talk?
Yeah.
Question. First question. Do you think all white people are racist?
No. No,
Okay.
no. I think most white. I think most white people are in pain. They don't know what love is, and I feel that if they are racist, they should just go get it planted on their own and see how it feels over there. But I don't think that all white people are racist. No.
Okay. Do you think it's good to socialize? I was just thinking about this today. I don't think I socialize enough. Do you think it's good to socialize, like with people, or kind of just stick? Yeah, do you think it's good to socialize with people?
I think it's imperative to socialize with people. I think it's a necessity. I think it's a privilege and a need to socialize with people. The problem is people don't, and they think staying to themselves is normal, and that creates mental illnesses. You literally could have a heart attack from a mental illness. But if you socializing is very healthy. Very healthy. It feels good. You feel good when you socialize with people. Don't you feel good when you get off the phone and talk to me?
Yeah.
See? It's healthy. I think we have to just socialize rather than trying to sexualize, you know what I mean? But socializing I think it's just as imperative as drinking water.
Okay. What's another question? Oh yeah. Do you think men prefer a woman? Do you think a man prefers a woman who is pretty with a good attitude, or pretty and doesn't care about her attitude? Like, it doesn't matter if she has a bad attitude.
Do I think men what?
Do you think men prefer? You know how men say looks are important.
He prefers a good-looking woman with a beautiful attitude.
Okay, so if her attitude is not, if she doesn't have a good attitude, then he doesn't like her.
He'll deal with it. He'll still deal with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
because she's pretty.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But he prefers a beautiful woman with a beautiful person. You got to remember, good personality is just something that doesn't come often. So unless he likes to deal with pretty women that she's nasty to everybody else because nobody could get with her, then that's different. But he'll still accept it either way. He'll still accept her.
Okay.
Superficially.
Okay. Okay. I find that interesting. I find it very interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because it's in a perfect world, it'd be great to have a good-looking woman, and she has an awesome personality, just across the board, just everything. You know what I mean? Sense of humor, thoughtful, but usually that woman been fucked over so many times, so she don't want to be nice to nobody, which is understandable. So now he deals with her. He's just like, well, shit, her personality sucks, but fuck it, she's so beautiful, I'll deal with it. It's deep, right?
Okay. Yeah. I guess we're opposite. We can't deal with the negative part of a man. We can't deal with a bad attitude. Okay. Okay, what's my other question? What is the difference
between. I was watching these two YouTubers, and they were talking about basically were talking about females having pretty privilege, but it seems like they were more focused on like a female's weight. So like if a woman is overweight, then she's not really that pretty. Do you think being of do you think I'm trying to say this. If a woman is pretty, is it the whole package, or is it just the face? Like when a man says, "Oh, she's beautiful,"
it's the whole package. Cause
is it the whole package?
Yeah, it's the whole package because
the face.
if she had a pretty face, he would say she got a pretty face, but she needs to lose this, needs to have a little bit. But if she just pretty, that's the whole package. That's everything. Minus the personality. Because he doesn't know. But just visually, he's just looking at that. Yeah. If she had a pretty face, he would specify she do got a pretty face, but, she's too fat, too skinny. She could use this. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, pretty face, they're going to tell you it's a pretty face. They're going to specify that. That's it.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. Let's see. You know how as females we're kind of taught that we need to dress a certain way, that we need to basically be cover up. We need to be covered up. Do you think that's like females should really dress like that? Like,
yeah,
they should cover up.
Yeah. It's just
like, does it really matter?
Yeah, women just they need to cover. It's just too much of it now, because the next step is that you're going to be naked. You know what I mean? Like, what's the next step? Like, they're already there. So the next step is you're just going to have to come out nude. Ridiculous. And then as much as I love women, I just think it's ridiculous. Like, I think the essence of a woman looks better when she got her clothes on. Or covering up. Yeah, I don't like that. Again, it's OD now. It's like if you're on stage with a thong, like, what are you going to do next? Just come out with your whole snatch out? Something's off with that. To me.
Like this. Do men? Yeah, I think I asked you this before. I'm not too sure. Do men know? Like, are men aware of what they're like when they approach a woman? When they approach or say anything to a woman, are they aware of what they're saying and doing? Like, do they know what they're saying and doing?
When they approach a woman?
Yes.
No, they don't know. They'll know. That's why they're approaching her, because she's going to give them the validation. They know what they want, but they don't know what to say. She has to validate that. So he doesn't know what to say. She's going to determine that.
Okay.
You understand? Because what ends up happening is he's going to approach her. He doesn't know what to say, but he's going to say what he say. And she's going to say, that's fucking corny. And then he's finished. You know?
Why is it such a big thing?
What, to be turned down?
Yes, because you can always get someone else. Why is that?
Because when a man gets turned down with a woman from a woman, it affects his manhood. That's a big blow to his manhood. Big blow. you can still have your femininity and don't get approached from no man. But him getting turned down from one woman could destroy him. And God forbid the right man sees that. He'll laugh. Ha, 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 look at you, you fucking loser. He's finished. Men are terrified from rejection because they have to do, part of his manhood is to approach a woman. But being rejected is something he hasn't fathomed. You know, back in the days, a guy could look at a woman and say, "Man, watch me get that," and he go get it and he'll hit it and everything. These guys are not even confident of that shit no more. To hear a man even say, "Man, watch me go get that," is, you know what I mean? He's probably gonna get turned down and never come back and tell you what happened. Because the confidence of a man to have that, first of all, for a man to have that confidence, what is his hook? What kind of hook does he have? To be confident, you have to have a hook, right? So you're not a celebrity. that eliminates that. Like, what is his hook to be so confident? You know, that's confidence that means you're confident of something. You can't just be confident and be confident of what? He's confident of his status, calm down, and then his ego's finished.
Mm.
Yes.
Do you ever think it's okay for a female to approach a guy?
And I don't see nothing wrong with that, but I do have a problem with a woman that may approach a guy that wasn't deserving of it. So let's just say she doesn't need to, but in this day and era right now, I mean, if she doesn't know what she's doing, she's just as bad as him. She could be approaching a piece of shit. So you got to be careful with that. But if she's approaching a real official, good dude, yeah, that's good. Somebody was asking me recently about, you know, when I say men are scared of women, speaking about the lack of confidence. Yeah, because if a man doesn't to have a hook is to have confidence. You know you got a hook. So if you have the confidence, you know what to say. Most cases, he doesn't know what to say to her until she tells him what she thought of it. But if he has confidence because he has a hook to pull a woman, whatever that may be, even if the woman turns him down, it ain't gonna even affect him because he knows he has a hook. But on average, most men don't have a hook. Don't know his hook. So that's why they're terrified of women. Men are terrified of women because they don't want to be turned down. It's not that they're terrified of women. They're terrified of women because they don't want to be turned down. That affects his manhood majorly, and it will. But damn, and then if he thinks about getting turned down, he ain't gonna say shit to her. That thought alone would have him walk right away.
Mm. What is manhood?
Your manhood is there's two types of manhood, but you know your manhood is your sex organs, your libido, your function, the way a man functions. You know, he has his machismo, his masculinity, everything is based all within the zone of his heart and his ball sack. So, for example, you know, if you have a man's laying in a bed with you and he can't have sex with you and get an erection, that fucks with his manhood because he failed you as a man. If a man can't afford a dinner bill and he doesn't have the money, he failed his manhood. If a man can't provide for his family because he wanted to, but he can't afford to take care of them, that's his manhood. His whole aura is his man. Everything masculine is his leader, is his leadership. He's on top no matter which way you go. If he's on the bottom, he's worthless, right? So if you have a man, he's on top of you, that's his man. But if you're on top of him and you taking a strap on, how you gonna respect him? He's not a man. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, right? Yeah, I just talked about that, Miss Jefferson. I just was talking about that, right? That happened 5 minutes away from over here. I just was talking about the rewind the video. Hold on.
Do
He beat the
men,
fuck out of his girl, his sister's boyfriend, his daughter's boyfriend.
you know how men, I've been told, they'll be like, oh, men can have sex with a lot of different women and forget about them and never think about them ever again. Is that true?
If what?
I've been told from men, a man can think about a woman. I mean, he can have sex with a lot of different women, but forget about them. Like, you're not even, like, you're not even important.
Only time
I'll never speak to you ever.
Yeah, but only a player can do that. Ain't no average. If any average man to tell you that, he's lying. Because why would he tell you that? He's just, in most cases, he probably lying. He probably ain't getting nobody. But only a player could think like that. A nigga that's having that type of interaction. It ain't that on average niggas is, nah. Yes, a nigga that's moving around his circulation, he got 5-6 women, but he's still gonna be fucking 5-6 women. Like, the amount of pussy a man gotta get to just totally forget about something he hit the last night, that's a major player call. Ain't too many niggas that could do that. If most cases he gonna have 5 women, he's just gonna circulate them. So he ain't gonna forget about nobody. You know? And if he forget about anybody, maybe something she didn't have a hook. Maybe her shit was just, who knows? Maybe she was just garbage. The chemistry sucked. Yeah, maybe she's number 5 or 4, and he just ain't gonna call her no more. So you gotta have a circular. A nigga ain't gonna step out on his wife and do that to the side bitch. He ain't gonna do that. That's a guy that's moving around.
Okay.
That planet, that crunch gym is 5 minutes away from where I'm sitting right here. It's right around the corner. It's crazy. And Meth goes there every day. Now he can't go to the gym no more. Everybody know it. He's there. You ran out of questions?
I've been having so many, thinking about so much, I'm trying to, like, remember. Let me ask you this. I don't know if it's like, okay. Do men not prefer, what do men think about shy women? Because I'm shy. What do they think about that? Or they don't kind of think, they don't care if a female is shy.
What does he think about shy women?
Yes.
Men take advantage of shy women. Shy could be a weakness to a player, but it could be a challenge to a player too. If she's shy and she's receptive, then that's a nice girl. And then if she's shy and she's not approachable, then because she's not trying to talk to nobody, then nobody's scoring with that. So that depends. It's crazy, right?
Okay.
But, like, that's true. A shy woman will surprise. A shy woman will surprise. A shy woman is full of surprises, but I think, again, if a shy woman is receptive, you know what I mean? Somebody could take that as a weakness because she's shy and nice. And then she could also surprise the fuck out of you. I like shy women personally. I think that shy women are my favorite. Shy is cute. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see. When men like, that's another question. When I think about like all these different black YouTube channels where these black men clowning and talking about black women, are most of these men, are they just like playing, or are they like being dead serious?
Them niggas is dead serious. All of them are failures.
Oh man, I thought they were playing. I just don't see how they think like how they say, oh, majority, well not all, but majority of black women are problematic. I'm like, what?
No, the majority of the black men is a failure. I'm a black man. I'm telling you, he is a fucking failure. That's why he's talking like that. He's the biggest piece of shit on earth. He's worse than a white man. I'm telling you. That's why they're doing it. They have a platform now. Everybody got a phone. Anybody could be a YouTuber. So if a loser got a phone, he got a phone. What you think they're gonna do? They're gonna press the live stream button and fucking talk shit. That's why they all do that. They're losers. And it's not just to black women. Don't get it fucked up. They're losers to everybody, generally speaking. Not all, generally. When I say all, I'm talking about most. Most of them are like that. Okay, the white woman runs away from them with a purse. The Latin woman runs away from him with a purse. The Chinese woman runs away from him with a purse. The black woman wants him, but he wants a white woman or Latin woman, so he gets frustrated. He don't drag the non-black bitch. He drives the black woman. But he never drags that non-black one. Majority of the niggas is garbage. That's why they do that. You got to think about it like this. When I was in school, a lot of losers, they didn't have a platform. Their platform was going to the bathroom, shooting dope, breaking a mirror, hating themselves. Now they go to fucking YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
All of them, I'm telling you. Somebody asked me a question in my email. What does it mean when a man says a woman has a strong mindset, not weak-minded? Is she not as easy to run game on? Yeah, it's not easy to run a game on a woman that knows that black male's a piece of shit. That's all it is. Not that she's strong-minded. It's just that she knows a nigga. So when a woman knows a nigga is just, and again, she doesn't do it by telling him she knows it. She just be like, come on, B, like, you just asked me some corny shit, bro. Just say good morning. Like, that shit was corny. You trying to get in my pants? That ain't happening. Like, she got to get him like that. I like women like that. I don't get that energy because I ain't offending no sister like that. But when she get that weak man, I love when she treats him like that. You know, but strong-minded just basically means that she ain't no fucking dummy.
Mm-hmm.
Because in most cases he is. He's dumb for everybody else, but again, everything he wants don't want him the same way except the black woman. So he not gonna. That's why he don't drag that white woman. If the white woman wanted him the way y'all wanted him, he'd be dragging her too. You can't go by celebrity pictures and all that. You got to go by him. What man's gonna drag a woman? What's today? Thursday night, and he got 5 black women on his roster. And as soon as it's 2:00 in the morning, he can fuck anything he want right now. Shit, nobody. He ain't gonna be dragging nobody. It's when he don't got no pussy or nobody he want to be with. Some of these guys are with a woman and they don't want to be with her because he's on social media looking at all these half white women. Yeah, he's gonna drag his wife. Another woman asked me this: do women dislike older women because they look? Do men dislike older women because they look old and because they know and seen too much? No, he don't like older women because he thinks he's entitled to a 22-year-old. So I'll say 12. He think he's entitled to a 22-year-old, can't get her, and that's why he hates an older woman. That's why.
Do you think a lot of older men are into younger because younger women are more energetic and lively and
all black men is into younger women, all of them. All the black men you see dragging older black women, they ain't talking about the younger one. They talking about, black men that's not into older black women are into young woman, period. I don't care what race she is, young. So the older black woman, he don't have a problem with an older white woman, an older Latin woman. He got a problem with an older black woman. Okay, so outside of a black man, outside of an older black man, older men who love younger women. So in a nutshell, yes, older men put down older women because they like younger women. The problem is the older woman don't give a fuck. The younger woman don't like them the way they're into them. See, you got a chosen few younger women that's in the older man, but every older man likes a younger woman.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, there's younger women. You date older men, you know what I'm saying? But they're all into it, all of them. And when they see him when they're at work in the truck or whatever, they be like, damn. Then when he goes back home to his older wife, he gonna give her hell. He gonna give her fucking hell. This nigga's watching young porn. He's watching younger women on Instagram. He sees all these younger women walking around, and he gets frustrated. Because remember, older men want younger women, but you don't be hearing these younger women talking all on social media. They want no old nigga.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, remember, outside of the black population, the only woman that's really vividly into older men are Latin women. They're into older Latin men, though, not old black men. Big difference. That's a big thing in their community.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't nothing to see a 50-year-old damn man married to a 21-year-old Latin woman, but black men believe the privilege. When men, period, have an issue with older women, you could tell he fetishizes younger one.
Why do you think they have? Why do you think they have a problem with older women? Is because
because that's the only ones that want him. They're the only ones that actually care for them. That's why he has a problem. See, men have a problem with who cares about them. They want to be with who don't give a fuck about them. That's the challenge. There's no challenge in being with somebody that want to be with you. You know she ain't going nowhere. But when she's half her age, I want that. That's what I'm attracted to. Like, he fucking has a fucking voice. So, if she's smart enough, she has to say, well, if she's attracted to him, it's going to cost him a big price. But, not every man is like a porn star where he could get younger women like that. He thinks he's that guy, but he's not. He's never been, he never will be. He wasn't like that when he was younger. So that's why he has such a big thing. He has a problem with older women because he likes a younger woman. That's the problem. Not because she looks old, especially when a man's looking old, he hates old women. And he has the audacity, like as if he don't like older women. But meanwhile, he got to date a fucking 18-year-old. How crazy does that look? No, I got another email. Said, is there a reason why black men treat their preferences just the same as black women, getting them to pregnant, leaving, etc., or not marrying, or just making their baby mamas? Not with that young woman. That young woman he will marry and cherish. Listen, there's some younger women that got caught out there with some, piece of garbage guys, but overall, shit. Overall, yeah. Overall, anything he was supposed to, what he's supposed to do for an older woman, he's going to do it for a younger one. I know a guy now, he's seeing this young girl. He's married. He's seeing this young girl right now. The bitch lives around the corner from me. She lives around the corner from me. This guy bought this chick a $2,000 coat. These ain't no rich niggas, so $2,000 for a side chick is a lot of money, right? Buys her a coat, doing all these wild stuff to her and bed, just crazy. All types of shit and kissing his wife in the mouth. On top of the fact, he got a second car. He got two cars, two late model cars. One car is like his toy, the other one's his little sidecar, but the car's still $600 a month. He gave the car to the girl on the side to drive, like, it's a lease, but he let her hold the car. I said, come on, B. All because she's younger. So, when they see, they treat them more better, you know what I'm saying? He wants to get a younger woman pregnant because he could say, yeah, I got this young chick pregnant. I still got it. Because he believes he still got it. When he with an older woman, he don't think he got it. But when he with a younger woman, he thinks yeah, I still got it. Young girls be wanting them. These young girls be wanting the old dude. He think he the man. And this nigga I know is 60 years old, and the girl's like 24. He sent me pictures of her. It was disturbing because I'm just like, damn, she fucking that nasty nigga. But I guess it's friends with benefits. I mean, she's doing good. She got a car to deal. She ain't got to pay that $600 note. But see, back in the day, there was a big thing. He's from that era. They like to see girls drive their cars. So she got the car. And he got all these issues with his hip and his back. Like, he got to get a big old... He's all fucked up. What'd you say?
That's another thing I noticed. Like, older men, they have a limp.
They got a limp. Yeah, well, something's hurting the fucking knees or that hip. That's what the fuck it is. It's the knees or the limp. One or the other. It ain't a bop, it's a limp. You could tell, nigga's foot hurting, that's different. Like, oh, fuck, something hurting in his foot, that's different. But when them knees and that damn hip go, forget it. Ain't no hiding that. So when that young woman see him, he know he looking like Mr. Geritol, man, so he's gonna have to pay. Older man obsess younger woman, I'm telling you. Especially if she not black, forget it. Even if you black, you young, it don't matter. If that nigga's 60 years old and you 22, forget it. Forget it. He'll do anything for you. Especially if he ain't never had a young woman in his life. Forget it, it's over. You could be your shit could be garbage in a bed. It could never, listen, this is the thing about young pussy. It's never garbage to an old man. Never. Never.
Well, let me ask you, why is it never garbage?
It's never garbage because you're young. That's the jackpot right there. Remember, it's his mental. It doesn't matter what it feel like.
Oh, God.
Just the minute he puts it inside of you, he's in love.
Okay.
He's like, oh my God. If you just go, oh yes, you could be lying to him. You could tell, oh my God, it hurts. Oh, it feels so good. And he'll have a tear in his fucking eye. Because you're young. Right. So the older woman feels fucked up like, damn, nobody want me yet. Somebody want her. It ain't him. Everybody that want, you know, if she's married to a man, she don't want nobody else. So she just wants the man that loves her to love her. So she's gonna feel a way for one man. But him, he fuck any young woman. Anything. The babysitter, anybody. First thing he gonna do with that young woman, he gonna eat her pussy. That's the first thing he do. Am I lying? What's the first thing an older man do to you?
That one guy, the one, yeah, and then the one I said that I met at the park, he said, I never did nothing with him, but that's what he said.
That's all they want to do is eat pussy.
But my thing is, I don't think how they do that and then go back. I don't know.
They don't give a fuck about that. As long as they can eat it. They don't give a fuck if you, they don't care if their wife came from church that day. He's kissing her. Dead in the mouth. You're young. That shit overpowers a man majorly. All bets is off with that nigga when you do that. You don't give a rat's ass. I'm telling you.
Okay, there's something else. And then my thing is, how you going back and like kissing? That's something that I wondered. Like, I don't know.
The way the way an older woman passions a man her age, in her age group, is he's opposite. Whatever she's like, he's total opposite of her. If she likes what's good, if she likes what makes sense, he's gonna be with some shit that don't make sense. just how he is. It's a different world. Like he's just wired differently. I'm telling you. First thing they gonna do. When he was younger, it was like, yo, I kiss her, make out, get a wet, finger her. Now he's older, all he wanna do is eat. He didn't do it, he's gonna tell you that's what he go, man, I'm gonna eat you so good. Cause his goal is to eat you. This is the deal. You're young, so he thinks you're stupid. So he's like, he's gonna eat your shit so good, not realizing every old man wants to do the same shit. So he knows he can't link you no other way, so he's gonna eat you out and make sure that he gets you wired. Like, man, I'm strung out because he eats my pussy so good. Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, listen, I've been with some young women too, but I mean, at the end of the day, there's some age that's a little awkward for me. Got to be a little like, okay, if you in a porno industry, all bets is off. It's different. Outside of that, what the fuck, come on now. Got to start thinking more of the awkwardness, like how she appreciates seeing this old nigga eating her pussy. That shit is just weird to me. Unless we're filming porn, I can't see that. That's awkward to me. I could be her father.
Yeah.
I can't fuck with that. That's just me though, that's how I look at it.
I don't see how they be doing like when I meet. I'm gonna let you hear when I meet another one. I don't see how they do that and then just like act like nothing, like it's nothing.
Yeah, how she respect you? Because what else is he gonna do? Like if he was really about it, he would have probably gave you a massage and made you feel all good and kissed your body. At least that part, you probably would have came in different ways. But no, this nigga just want to eat your pee box. And tell you they all do it. First thing he gonna do is eat that pussy, yo. First. Old niggas is funny, yo. I've been like, yo, how was it? He's like, shit, I ate that pussy for like 40 minutes, man. She's falling in love, going crazy. I'm like, yeah, they all do that shit.
But do men know? Like, do some of them know, like, okay, he's not into, like, do they know who's into him and who's not?
Old niggas, no, they don't know. Because who's into them, they hate them. And who's not into them, they love them. So they don't know what the fuck is going on. Telling you. Old niggas is a mess. Once pussy comes into play, he's already distracted. If she's young, forget it. It's fucking done. It's done. And he thinks, well, you 20-something years old. No, young boys can't do that. Yeah, well, listen, he's going to take his time. He's going to do what he got to do, but now you got to get used to seeing that old fucking bald head down there, knowing that could have been your father's goddamn brother-in-law doing that shit. It's a little creepy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nigga tell you how old you are. He's older than your pops. That shit is a little weird. Again, I'm not saying a lot of younger girls into older men, but most men don't even believe that. Because how are they going to know?
Yeah.
Unless he's on a dating app or he's going to DR, how does he know that? He listen, they all want younger women, but how does he know where to get you guys? Where the fuck is he going to meet you at?
Most of them just go, oh yeah, I don't know.
Best place to meet a damn younger woman is anywhere but a club. Anywhere. In person. That's all. And she got to know that this nigga's in a generation, it is what it is. Now, if they just got a cool-ass relationship, ain't nothing wrong with that. But on average, him looking at you just visually as a stranger, he wants to eat your pussy.
Dang, they don't even want to just... let me ask you this. Is that the first thing? Like, why don't they want to... I guess... I'm not trying to say it. Like, why can't their first reaction just be like, get to know you, spend time with you, and well, yeah.
Nah, he ain't got time for that shit. He'll do it if that's what he got to do to get to know you. Yes, and he could back it up, but again, you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't want to take the risk of rejection. So he's willing to do anything he got to do because he wants to be part of you. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be in that damn box. He wants to be in that. And some of these older niggas are worse. They're like eating ass. That's another thing. Old niggas love eating asshole.
Okay.
Because he feel with the older woman is just as old as him, so there may be some miles on there. The younger one, he feels like, oh, nobody ate it, so that shit tastes like damn chocolate, you know, all types of wild shit.
But it doesn't. I don't understand why they think like that. Like, why they don't think like, okay, a younger female, she can be out there dealing with a lot of guys and
it don't matter. He'll suck
around her age.
He'll suck it all right up. He knows that. He just wants to leave the impression because he knows that you could get a younger nigga, but he gonna do everything in his will to make you. Yeah. I'm telling you, he gonna do anything in his damn will to do that shit. He ain't trying to make out with you, you know. He don't want his false teeth falling out in your mouth. He just tried the two things he thinking about. He thinking about having sex with you, but first thing first, if he gets the chance of getting you naked, he trying to get you open by that butthole and that pussy hole. Then he'll think about sticking it in there. He'll stick it in comes later. Cause he gonna eat the ass and he gonna eat the ass and butthole. The ass and pussy so long, he gonna see how you react and he gonna just stick with that. After a while, you respond so good, you be coming on. He don't even want the pussy ass sometimes. But if he a real OG dude that really like to get it in, he gonna want it. Like a real OG that's in the younger woman, he in the woman. So yeah, OG that's in the younger woman, you know what I mean? He ain't just gonna be there. Unless you super attractive, he gonna put his face there. But if he on some OG shit, he like, I ain't eating no bitch's pussy. That's a pimp nigga right there. Pimp niggas ain't he gonna be like, I ain't eating your pussy. What the fuck I look like? My face in a toilet bowl. That's what he gonna say. Oh, shit. Old niggas love eating pussy and ass. They love it. And they don't even want you to sit on their face no more. He rather just,
I know they want you.
He too anxious for that. He like, fuck that 69. You can hit me later. I just want to suck your ass. Listen, the more gray, the nastier. Just remember that. The more gray that nigga is, the nastier he is. Because if a nigga's in good shape, he gonna eat it for a little while, but he want to throw his dick in it because he want to get the fucking. But that old nigga, he going to eat like a motherfucker. And the more noises you make, the harder you go. All you gotta do is say, "Oh yes, oh baby, it feels so good." He go back. He gonna be a little. Cause remember, he can't fuck like that. So his tongue could be there all for hours.
But some of them can though.
Yeah, well, the ones that can, again, the ones that actually could last, or he wants some pussy, he ain't your average older nigga. That's different. Yeah, cause he's in the woman. You know, once a nigga want to feel that shit, that's a man. But that pussy sucker, you don't have any respect for him. He's a pussy sucker. He gonna call you downstairs, come into my car, let me eat it. Let me eat it in the movie theater. Let me eat it. You know what I'm saying? Let me eat it. But you dealing with one of them older niggas that like pussy, then that's different. He may eat a little bit of it, you know, but after a while, he gonna want to put that condom on and go to business. He wants to feel the inside of you. Like, wants to feel it. Look at that. It's not about how you feel, about what you feel. It's what he feels. Because that's a whole different level now. Damn, fucking her. I'm changing his position, hitting her this way, that way. That's good for his motherfucking ego. That's good. But that other shit is horrible for it. Because a woman could always lie to a nigga. See, when we get in the head, we can't lie to you. Once we nut, you can see it. But now, woman, you never know. She be coming all in his mouth. He don't even know he don't even know it's cum. He just think it's just wet. You can tell, I ain't come yet, baby. You done came 12 times already. He'll stay right down there. The older, the nastier. Once you, like I said, don't let them be fat and old. Forget it. Those are the best pussy suckers on the planet. Fat with gray hair. Nobody eats a pussy as good as you. It's crazy, right?
I'm just being honest. Yeah, I watch out. I don't kiss them. I don't do any of that. Yeah. Let me ask you this: do you think their wives know?
Do they what?
Their wives, do they know?
Yeah, sometimes the wife knows. Sometimes the wife knows. It's just like, fuck it, you know. As long as that nigga don't bring no shit back to me, you know what I mean? Sometimes they know, sometimes they don't. Women kind of know intuition of, women could tell when a nigga cheating though, you know what I'm saying? They may not be able to pick up things, but because guys slip with shit, he probably went to bed. She seen an old rotten condom and they with blood on it and didn't know, you know what I mean? It's all types of shit. Niggas, that's how women find out niggas is cheating. They slip with shit like that, leaving shit in their pockets, coming to the house, the condom fell through the fucking damn boxes. That's why men should never wear boxers. You should always wear boxer briefs just in case he's cheating. The boxer briefs, you can see the condom, but if you wearing boxers, it's going to fall right through the drawers. You're fucked. But, but then there's some elite older men, it's a whole different story. They're different. These niggas could fuck like champs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole different. Every older nigga wants to be that nigga, but there's some older niggas that fuck a younger woman like a champ. She ain't never been fucked like that before, because he could fuck an older one, a younger one. Remember, a man that could fuck an older woman, good, he could fuck a younger one even easier. She falls asleep, so. Younger woman ain't nut harder.
Mm.
It takes a lot of work to fuck that older woman. A lot of work. Only way
I
you
would
have
think it
you
would
get
be
with
about the same.
What's that?
I would think it would be the same, like a woman in her 40s. It would be the same.
Nah, a woman in her 40s is
You know,
a lot more work than the 20s.
mm,
Yeah, because you got to remember, you got to keep up with her. The older you get, the older a woman gets, it's not like a man gets. Her shit grows, so it's harder to satisfy her. 20-year-old, you knock her down and she's fall asleep and nut and she's taking a nap. But an older one, she gonna want some dick again. It's different with her. It's easier to satisfy a younger woman than an older one. Because that's why a lot of older men have problems with older women, because they can't keep up with them. If you got a 75-year-old woman, a 75-year-old man, he can't keep up with no 75-year-old woman.
yeah.
No way. On average, no. In most cases, he probably ain't even fucking no more at that age. She still can.
So these men, this was years ago. I talked to this one white guy. He said that he's able to keep up. He's able to keep up, but him and his wife got a divorce.
She said what?
He said he's able, like he still has it, but he got a divorce. He's a white man. This was years ago. We were just talking, not talking like in a relationship, but we lived in the same apartment complex. And he was talking to me, like he's seen me and we used to chat. But he said that he divorced. They got a divorce because his wife wasn't, I guess, satisfying him.
So what did he replace it with?
But he likes dark skinned younger women. He says he likes dark skinned black women and Asian.
Dark skinned black woman, Asian? I mean, that's what he gets, or does he like it? It's a big difference.
I don't know.
I don't pay attention when niggas tell me what they like. I don't pay that no mind. That's nothing because that's a fantasy. You could just tell me what you like and looked on your phone 10 minutes ago. I want to see what you get. We around and you see the girl come pick him up and it's one of his girls. Like, okay, then that's different. Nigga talk about he like Asian women and where? Where is he getting them from? In Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he probably like Asian women. If a black man tells you he like Asian women, in most cases he's buying prostitutes in Asia. Most of these niggas, because if a guy gets Asian woman, he's gonna remind you that he gets Asian woman. He's gonna say it's a big difference in saying what he likes and what he gets.
Mm-hmm.
Big difference. If a nigga be like I gets the baddest bitches, that means he's getting them. But if a nigga telling you that he loves a fine bitch, that's shit. Probably a fantasy world. That don't mean shit. That's like a nigga telling you I got a car for sale for $75,000 and it's worth $10,000, but don't mean he's gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? He's asking $75,000, don't mean he's gonna get it. So, all about what he gets, not. It's all about what he gets, not what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love your questions. Write some more down. Hit me tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, love.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's been real goddamn. Well, we did it. Okay. So the internet was good for tonight, so I gotta be going. I gotta skedaddle, right? I gotta skedaddle. I will be back. And that's pretty much it. So ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. Class is dismissed. You have a wonderful time, and remember, whip appeal. Okay? Well, Nate, what's the solution? The solution is, first you have to tell me what your hook is, and then I could tell you how to hook it. That's the next topic. Tell me what your hook is, and I'll tell you how to hook it. Because you may tell me what your hook is, and it may not be your hook. I'm like, nah, that's your hook. Okay? I'll give you an example. Let me give you an example. The green vegan, my YouTube wife, she got a hook. She got a hook, and she does not embrace it at all. She doesn't even know what it is. So just in case she's listening, she got a hook, but she doesn't embrace it. So that's the ability of her appeal. You know, some of y'all women don't understand, even sexually. Sometimes it's good to just get you lingerie. Wear it around the house by yourself and just feel you. See what you look like in that shit. Okay? Say, yeah, Nate, yeah, just feel what you look like in that. If more men could tell women, wear this, man. You know what I mean? Check this out. Can artistic work be as a hook? Yeah. If it's hooking, if somebody's intrigued, you meeting one of these women and they intrigued by your artistry, yes. Whether you're an artist drawing something on the wall to an artist that's playing a guitar. Look at artists, look at celebrities, look at performers. These are all artists. Whether they're artists and they're writing down a painting, they're still artists. So I say that to say that if your hook is your artistry and you're stimulating somebody's mind. You know what I mean? You're stimulating somebody's mind. That's whip appeal. It's just a stimulation. It's how you stimulate a person's brain. That's it. That's all it is. It could be anything, but it has to be something that you put out that you know that you got. Because it works better when you know you got it. It don't work good when you just don't have it. I don't even realize it. Even if you say you don't realize it, you're supposed to know it. You know what I'm saying? So, artistic work can be a hook. Absolutely. Listen, if money could hook a motherfucker, and that's light, you know what I'm saying? Because there's always another nigga that got more and more, but not everybody could do the same artistry. So think about that. Okay? You got that whip appeal on me. So listen to the song Whip Appeal by Babyface. I'll give you a whole bunch of whip appeal songs. I'm just going to give you one that said whip appeal. And just listen to the wording. Whatever you want is all. I'm telling you, when anybody's receiving a whip appeal, male or female, oh my God. So work it on me. You have a great night.